were the main areas of focus for your team that you thought going into this year?
We need to develop some depth on our offensive and defensive line, and we need to identify our quarterback. Brent Scott was a couple year starter, and so Riley Reynolds will be our starting quarterback. And it's just been fun to watch him take that role on and continue to develop every practice. And he's a returning starter, but it's definitely a different when you take that kind of position change. So and camp wise, it's been fun to watch our young offensive and defensive line guys really compete and improve every day.
Let's talk a little bit about, I know you had a scrimmage, I think, against Storm Lake last week. How did that go?
It went well. I had a lot of good things happen in it. I thought our guys executed really well, offensively and defensively. We played with some discipline, not jumping on two, those kind of things that you look for early. We held onto the ball and protected it. Unfortunately, the scrimmage got cut pretty short just because of the weather, but it was a great competitive environment, and glad Storm Lake was willing to make that trip, and we'll make it over there next year. I thought we got some really good things out of it.
Outstanding. Well, let's talk about a Lakes Conference opponent that you're going to see this week, and that's Spencer. And tell me about the Tigers. I'm sure running and stopping the run will be a priority A defensively.
Yeah, just an incredibly physical game. Every time we play Spencer, their style of play offensively, they really run the option well. They push to the second level incredibly well and get a body on you fast. So it's kind of defense where you have to trigger fast and you got to play through blocks. So there's a lot of contact and a lot of physicality. And then they play similar style defense. They're really aggressive, tackle well in space. And so I'd say, it's just a physical start to the season, which is great for us. Our style of play, we need to be physical. It doesn't lend itself probably to that kind of physicality right away. So it'd be fun for our guys to develop in that and show how we can play that way too.
And let's talk maybe just a moment here and not get too far ahead of ourselves, but talk about the district. And, Iowa added a class size this year. Give me your thoughts on how that all kind of shook out for you guys.
I'm excited how the playoff format's going back to 32 teams. I just think it's good for high school football. I think it's good for kids in general, just getting that opportunity, and communities that get that opportunity for their teams to go on another game and that excitement that's around that. So I think that's a real positive thing. As far as the class change, I think it affects 5A, 4A more than it really affects us. But yeah, excited for what the changes they've made, excited for our district. We get to travel a little bit more now, but it'll be fun to get to play a team like OABCIG again, just a quality football team that does a lot of really fun things offensively. We get to go back to Southeast Valley, so an opponent we had a few years ago, they'll be an incredibly strong football team with the Graves kid there and just well coached. And then obviously Esterville is going to be a really good opponent this year, return a lot of guys from a team that was very, very successful last year. Very, very good.
Coach, any final thoughts before I let you go?
No, I'm just excited for the season to start, excited to get a chance to watch our guys compete on Friday night. I want to thank you for your coverage and all you do for our kids.
Well, thank you as well. I'm looking forward to the season. We'll chat with you after the game. Good luck.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Spirit Lake head football coach Josh Beloit on the pregame show from Lakes Regional Healthcare. More coming up on Campus Radio, KUOO.
Dr. Craig Newell and his staff with Newell Orthodontics of Spirit Lake, Worthington, and Wyndham are well-trained, highly skilled, and licensed to provide the best quality orthodontic care. Newell Orthodontics is proud to help the community and wishes the best of luck to all local athletes throughout the season.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
It's our pregame show here on KUOO and ExploreKaboji.com, brought to you by Lakes Regional Healthcare. And joining us is Spencer head football coach Jim Ty. Coach, always a pleasure. Thanks for your time.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit about your preseason work, coming off a 6-3 campaign a year ago and what was definitely not a normal season. Just talk about, the things your guys did in the offseason and how the preseason work has gone so far here in August.
We had a good off season. It was pretty typical. Kids go out for other sports, and we encourage that. And the kids that aren't out, some kids don't go out for sports in the winter. So, we have weights and off-season weights. And then when they're in season, they're lifting just twice a week. But when they're out of season, it's 3 times a week. And we had a good summer, a very good summer. Our junior, senior class did an outstanding job attending. And so it was good. It was good off-season. And it was a much more normal off-season than the previous year, obviously. And the previous summer, I don't think we started till for the 4th of July, actually having contact. So it was much nicer that way. And, just working with the quarterbacks and the running backs and that type of thing, we kind of got back into that routine.
Talk a little bit about this past month here. What have been the real focuses for your team here in August?
Well, the month of August, I think, is kind of a grind for every high school team. We have our camp the first week, and it's well attended. I would say we get about 90 probably about 95% of the kids show. And so we start putting our offense and defense in. And then the first week's always tough because it's hot and you don't have a game to look forward to. Last week's not as bad because you at least have the scrimmage and we're in full pads. But, you just kind of focus on your fundamentals and just getting better every day. So I think every coach probably says the same thing. But I think that the biggest challenge for me is you want to get as much of your offense in as you can, but you don't want to have too much in that you don't do anything very well. You want to, you're not going to be where you're going to be a month from now, on offense and that kind of thing. So your goal is to, just make sure you don't overdo it for the first game. And I think the other thing we've really focused on in recent years is, we're kind of going with the philosophy not to overcondition and have guys with shin splints and dead legs and that kind of thing. So we're probably we're going to err a little bit more on the side of maybe being a little under conditioned but healthy than the other way around.
What did you learn in that scrimmage last week about your team?
It's hard. We just scrimmaged ourselves, and that's what we've done the last 2 years. And we did it on Friday morning at 10, and our guys were kind of, I think, tired of hitting each other and all those things. But I thought overall I was pretty pleased. I don't think you'll really learn that much other than you get on the game field and, it feels a little more realistic, but, and you hopefully get out of it healthy, which we did. So that is what we accomplished.
Sure. You've obviously had a healthy amount of graduation losses like every team does, but you do feature, especially on the defensive side, some key returning talent. And tell me about your defense and your offense.
We got a good amount of experience coming back in our backfield. I think we only have one true returning starter, but we have quite a few guys that have played, and we're pretty excited about some of our younger guys too. On the line, we have one returning starter back, but once again, I think we have the potential to have a very good offensive line. And then defensively, we have a lot of experience in our secondary and in our linebackers. We have probably our biggest rebuilding is in the interior line, but we have an outstanding tackle coming back. And, he brings a lot of experience. He played all last year. So, we have our punter back who was very consistent for us last year. And some of our areas of concern, I think, within a month could be an area of strength.
And tell me about your opponent for this week in Spirit Lake. I'm sure it's not hard to get the guys excited for this one.
Yeah, it's a big rivalry, and they're excited because of the close proximity. But, it's hard to tell you a whole lot about them because it's the first game. And, and Coach Beloit will have them prepared. They're outstanding coaching staff. They're always well prepared, and they got a great tradition going. And, we'll have to play really well to compete.
And one last question before I let you go. This year the state of Iowa added the Class 5A, and that bumped you guys and several of the area schools that were 3A to 4A this year. Just give me kind of your thoughts on that.
It kind of is what it is. We knew it was probably going to happen. It's going to be kind of interesting. We're playing three teams we've never played before. In non-district, we're going to play Mason City next week. And in the last one, I guess 3 weeks, we play Sioux Center, who's not 4A. They're a 3A team. But and then in our district, we lost basically Sergeant Bluff and Boyd and Rock Valley and replaced them with Webster City and Fort Dodge. So, those the rankings don't mean a whole lot this time of year, but Fort Dodge and Webster City are both ranked in the top 10. But Boyd and Sergeant Bluff are as well. So I don't know if it's an even trade. I don't know. But, we're excited about it. It's going to bring some new teams on the schedule and that kind of.
Coach, thank you so much for your time here, and best of luck with the season. We'll hope to talk to you down the road as well.
All right. Thank you.
Spencer Coach Jim Ty on the pregame show. Thanks to Lakes Regional Healthcare. More on the way with KUOO.
From major accidents to minor fender benders, Journey Collision Center in Spirit Lake is prepared to get you back on the road looking like new with their state-of-the-art equipment, computerized color matching system, and experienced auto body technicians. Journey Collision Repair in Spirit Lake. Quality craftsmanship combined with innovative kitchen designs awaits you at Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths. Visit them soon to be inspired by the many possibilities for your dream design, including the beautiful colors and woods that Dakota Cabinetry has to offer. Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths, Highway 71, Spirit Lake.
Latham. There you go. Those are the starters for tonight. Looks like Spirit Lake is going to receive the football, and Spencer.
No, they will kick. Spirit Lake
is going to kick the football. Excuse me. Had to get my colors there. Spirit Lake in the black and red. Spencer in the white with the gold and purple, and it'll be Justin Ham kicking off for the Indians. Back to receive for the Tigers, Carter Petzenhauser. Looks like Teron Green is back there as well. And we're underway at 7 o'clock on the nose, and Green goes into the end zone, goes over his head, and out of bounds.
Not a bad leg on that young man, Justin Ham. Get it into the end zone for the touchback. You got to love that.
And
you can't say wind aided either, because there is no wind right now.
Zip, zilch, nada. We could use a 25-mile-an-hour breeze. Spencer, with 12 minutes on the clock, will start at their own 20-yard line. And it'll be Evan Johnson going under center. Looks like we've got two backs. A quick handoff, number 23, Cadence Hoffmeyer, the B-back, gets it, and he'll bounce forward, and he's got some size to him up to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, gain of 4 just to power off the right side. That's all they want to do. Establish something, see what that defense is going to give them.
2nd down and 6 for the Tigers offense.
Very veteran linebacking crew for this Spirit Lake squad. They've been out there a number of years. Young on the defensive line, but got some size.
And what'll the Tigers line up in here on 2nd down and 6? Looks like they're going to go with Green out to the left.
Evan Johnson is in at quarterback on this one.
And it looks like he's going to lose a yard. Yep. In fact, that was Johnson right there, losing a yard back to the 23-yard line. Great defensive stop there by the Indians. Good pressure from the right side, even though Spencer had an extra blocker.
Yeah, extra blocker out there, but you saw the penetration from the linebackers. Carver Jungjohan, who else was over there? I believe Jake Cornwall. They came strong, and that's their position.
And Caleb Lee as well.
Yep, the defensive line, what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to kind of stand up the blockers and let those linebackers crash in on that defense.
3rd down and 7. And looks like Johnson, he'll go back under center. He's got Hoffmeyer behind him and then Michael Jordan in motion. Now we're going to have a little bit of time called by the Tigers. I think they got him to jump.
I think they got him to jump.
So that's going to put 5 yards. Hold on here. Let's see what our officials say. No, timeout.
Timeout. That's what I thought. I did not see any Spirit Lake team jump. But they were motioning over in that far sideline to move it. But, no, they're keeping it right there, so it's a timeout. The timeout was called before any jump on there.
Okay, so timeout is called. We're going to keep things right here this early in the broadcast. Spencer and Spirit Lake tonight here on Campus Radio, and we're hoping to work through some video stream-related issues at explorekaboji.com. We're hoping to continue to be able to work through those, but either way, good Lakes Conference matchup here tonight. Spencer playing in the new Class 4A. Fort Dodge is the only really regional school in 4A that's ranked there, number 8. They're in Spencer's district. North Scott, number 1. Spirit Lakes got ELC in their district, ranked at number 9 entering the season. Central Lyon, George Little Rock 1. West Lyon at number 4 in the Radio Iowa poll from earlier this week. So we'll have 3rd down and 7 from the 23 for the Tiger offense.
And it looks like
early first quarter.
Evan Johnson is in that shotgun position now, kind of
But he's been going up under center though.
Go up underneath center
once they kind of get set. So let's see what they decide to do here. 10:30 to go, first quarter, no score between the Indians and the Tigers. And Johnson under center. And a man in motion is Green, and he'll keep it and roll to his right. Johnson's got some running room, but he's going to be shy of the first down by about a yard. Pretty good defense by the Indians after a gain of 6. And this early in the ball game, here comes the punt unit for the Spencer Tigers.
You don't want to hand it over right here. Give them an early start to it, so they'll punt it out of there.
And it will be Blaze Blazek doing the punting. And for Spirit Lake, it'll be number 19, Jack Latham, back to receive.
Careful here, though. Watch so they don't fake it on you.
Blazek did most of the punting last year. He was somebody that Spencer coach Jim Ty talked about in my pregame interview, saying we had a real solid punting situation last year, and this one is pretty good-looking punt. Fair catch at the 34-yard line, and then they hit him afterwards. It's not going to matter, even though he lost the ball after.
Where's the flag?
And the official agrees. There comes the flag.
I can't believe they weren't throwing. I think he
just
lost it. No, he lost it. It was down in his pocket. It wasn't in his belt where they usually keep it. He had forgot to put it in his belt.
So the fair catch goes to the 34-yard line. It's a punt to there, and then we have the penalty with 9:43 to go here in the first quarter. The penalty.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, then in that case, they shouldn't have blown the play dead.
Exactly.
What in the world?
Well, they have to get their feet underneath them too, I guess.
Yep. All right. And they're moving the ball back to the 39.
Yeah, where after he caught it, he got tackled back that way.
Okay.
So.
All right. So Spirit Lake at their own 29-yard line. 9:43 on the clock, and here's the Indians' offense for the first time this year. And Reynolds will hand it off, and it'll be, I believe, Tiesfeld, and Braden is going to maybe get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good.
That was great pursuit by Spencer.
Great pursuit, just stringing it out. Well, a lot of white jerseys just kept pushing it outside.
And I believe he lost a yard. He's back to the 28-yard line. So 2nd and 11 coming up. At Liniger in the middle there, and also Cole Rudder, and they're going to throw on 2nd down, and it will be caught. And crossing the 35-yard line was, I believe, either Kai Hussey or Jack Latham. Kai Hussey. Number 18 for the Indians.
3rd and 3. They can do a few more things with it here.
Reynolds will have 2 receivers each side.
2 yards out of it.
Yeah, I think he got right at that 38-yard line, but it's not going to be enough. They needed the 39-yard line. And I'd be willing to bet we're going to see
him go for it.
Field, 4th down and 1 from the 39 of the Indians. Or will he quick kick it? 1. Good punt.
Great punt. Great punt right there. Got a nice spiral on it. It hit, kind of died, and then rolled on its side about another 15, 20 yards.
7:53 to go in the first quarter. No score between Spirit Lake and Spencer in non-district night number 1 of Iowa high school football.
And they're marking it at about the half-yard line.
Yeah, it is down to the 1.
We'll give it the 1. Yep, we'll give it the 1.
And again, 7:53 on the clock here, first quarter. So Spencer's going to need positive yardage here in terms of that run game early on.
This is where that defense has to be. They have to stay in place, though. Don't give them that easy 5 yards on the penalty. Don't be too anxious.
And Johnson will hit it up. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers. And they'll hand off left side, and bulldozing forward for a couple was, I believe, Hoffmeyer again. He's been getting the primary carries, number 23.
Yeah, they're going to give him, I think, 1. Yep,
ball in the 6. He was at the 5, and that makes it 3rd down and 5. So can this Indians defense get a stop again here? And this could be a physical.
It's going to be a brutal one.
This could be one of those games that's a real low score. Back, I believe.
Actually, I think it was Johnson that kept the ball on that. Johnson did.
Great defense by the Spirit Lake defensive linemen and those linebackers sneaking through. So a loss of a yard, it looks like, back to the 5-yard line, and it'll be punt time again for Spencer and Blaze Blazek.
Should get good field position here for the Indians, though.
Ooh, and this is a low snap, but Blazek gets it up, and this is a bad punt. Bad punt, Peter, and it will take a Spencer bounce out of bounds at the 40-yard line of Spencer. So good field position for Spirit Lake with 5:49 to go here in the first quarter. No score between the Tigers and the Indians. I'm Jason Jacobs along with Clyde Erke, Mary Trainer, our studio engineer. Thanks to Matthew and Tim who are working on the video end of things. I know we've had some technical difficulties. Bear with us if you are watching on ExploreKaboji.com or our YouTube channel. 1st and 10 for the Indians at the Spencer 41-yard line. 5:49 to go, and they're going to go for the end zone and just overthrowing the intended receiver. That was Jack Latham.
And what a great play right there to call. First down deep in the Spencer territory. Take that speed, throw it out there, and see if he can hit that receiver. He had him beat by a step on just a quick inside down and out route, and Riley just a little bit overthrown on that one.
So we'll have second down and 10 coming up from the Tigers' 41-yard line. And they'll send a man in motion. Here's Backus. And it'll be instead Teesfeld up the right side, and Teesfeld nearing a first down. Looks like he got 9. Down to the 32-yard line. Timmer had the tackle for Spencer, and it'll be third down and 1. 2 receivers to each side for Riley Reynolds by himself in the backfield. On third one, they'll send a man in motion. That's Teesfeld. And it'll be a quarterback keeper. Reynolds will just bulldoze forward. And he's a big quarterback, Clyde Erke, down to the 26, 27-yard line.
We remember him from last year. He's one of those little bulldogs. He gets a good head of steam going. It's tough to stop him. And the nice thing is he's not real tall, so he's going to get right behind that big line, and it's going to be tough to see him. He got the first down, though.
First and 10 from the 27-yard line of Spencer. Indians looking to strike first. Here's Reynolds. Breaks a tackle near the 20-yard line. And we'll say pickup of 6 on first down, and it'll be 2nd and 4 after Hoffmeyer makes the tackle. Spencer rotating some guys in as quick as they can, but I'm telling you what, man, they're going to take a timeout. And one of their assistant coaches
is not
pleased because they were not getting onto the field quick enough for his liking, and I don't blame him. But that's the thing the Spirit Lake offense can do. They can cause fits.
They get up to the line in a hurry, and on a night like this, you're going to have to keep some fresh legs in there. They're going to get dehydrated. Got to keep some water into them. But they had to use the second timeout now. Spencer did in this half.
We'll take a quick timeout. Let's take a 30-second timeout, guys. If we could, we'll have more high school football coming up. No score between Spencer and Spirit Lake on Campus Radio.
Mean to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
We welcome you back to Hafer Field in Spirit Lake on Campus Radio and the video stream at explorecabogie.com with Clyde Erke. I'm Jason Jacobs. Spirit Lake has second down and 4 from the Spencer 21-yard line. And looking to throw is Reynolds. And he'll have to avoid some pressure. Now he'll just keep it himself. He avoids 1 tackler, 2 tacklers. Should have a first down, I believe.
Yeah, out at the 15. He's out at the 15-yard line.
That's a gain of 6. That should be enough.
That should be enough by a couple of yards.
Making something of nothing, Riley Reynolds.
Well, his receiver on the opposite side over there, I believe that was Kai Hussey.
Yep.
He did not get open. Good coverage over there. So Reynolds saw that, checked off, went to the other side, nothing open over there. So he just tucked it and ran on that left side, got picked up good yardage.
First and 10 Indians from the 15-yard line. And Reynolds by himself in the shotgun up from Ham.
Well, we know Ham's got the leg. Let's see, make sure he's got the accuracy for this.
You got that right. All right. Here comes that extra point. Snap, hold, good pressure.
Fake.
Oh, they're going to fake. Reynolds got to get away from somebody. We'll throw it into the end zone. Got a guy open, and it is caught.
Yep,
that is number 10, Ethan Backus.
He was back behind the line of scrimmage yet because the line of scrimmage is basically a 3-yard line. No flag on the play, so a fake. Riley improvised there, thought he was going to get tackled, and threw it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
8-0 Spirit Lake, 4:27 to go in the first quarter. Back in a minute on KUOO.
Who was it that caught that?
West Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
And 8-0 Spirit Lake, and Ham's kickoff on the way. It'll go to the 1, and it'll be fielded
right at the goal line.
It's number 8 for Spencer Wessels, and Wessels to the 15. Pretty good coverage downfield. I believe number 4, Bodie Higgins, was in there for Spirit Lake.
Well, and he did his job. He stayed out here on the left side. He turned it back to the inside. That's just what he needs to do, is get that contain out there on that side. He's one of those outside guys.
So Spencer will start, looks like they're at their 17-yard line. 1st and 10 with 4:21 to go here in the first quarter yet.
We still got Evan Johnson.
Slow-moving first quarter.
Evan Johnson at quarterback and Hoffmeyer's at running back.
Yeah, Hoffmeyer is right behind him, and then they've got Michael Jordan off to the right. And it looks like maybe
Campbell Wessel, I think.
Yeah, Wessels is in there right now as well. They'll toss it to Wessels as he comes across. He shakes a defender, but he will be tackled at the 15-yard line after a loss of 2. And the lead defender for Spirit Lake was number 12 that time around, Braden Teesfeld.
Yeah, and good penetration into the backfield to slow him up. And then Teesfeld came up and put the lick on him at the line of scrimmage, and then they hit him out of bounds, so no gain on that.
Yeah, loss of 2 actually for Wessels. And so it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers at the 15-yard line. Our broadcast thanks to the Eye Care Center of Spirit Lake, Lakes Regional Healthcare, and Okoboji Motor Company's Service Department and Collision Center. 2nd and 12 for Spencer from their own 15-yard line, trailing Spirit Lake 8-0. And they're going to bunch things up here, especially on that right side. Now they'll put Jordan in motion. Looking to throw is Johnson, and he gets it over the hand of a defender that was right there, Carver Jungjohan. The intended receiver was Wessels. It'll be incomplete.
No, they're calling it complete.
Did they call it complete?
Oh, he caught it.
I thought he hit the ground.
But he was down right away when he caught it.
Okay, so he will gain 5 to the 20.
And that was Wessels over there making that catch. He had a short, almost got it on that short hop, but he had to go way down on the ground, and he was on the ground, so automatically it kills the ball.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers. And they will send Jordan far out to the right. And it looks like Johnson is going to be in the shotgun perhaps this time around.
Johnson's going to be in the shotgun. Hoffmeyer off to his right and Wessels to his left.
And he's going to toss it to Wessels. He looks to block, gets a block, cuts it back to the inside. Wessels has the 1st down as he crosses the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Carver Jungjohan made a good saving tackle right there because there was a lot of green turf in front of him.
That was a very nice cutback by Wessels to pick up, 12 and give the Tigers a first down at their own 32-yard line. They trail Spirit Lake 8-0 with 3:12 to go here in the first quarter. This is high school football both on campus radio and also our video stream tonight at exploreokoboji.com. Jason Jacobs with Clyde Erke to my right. And here's 1st and 10 for Spencer at their own 32-yard line. Now Johnson goes under center. And Wessels in motion, looks to throw on 1st down, plenty of time, and airs it out. A little back and forth fighting, and holding his hand up there was Michael Jordan, but I don't think the officials saw anything. It was between him and Jack Latham, and I'm not sure there was enough there to call interference either way.
It was back to back. They were just shoulder to shoulder, and boy, you could see that Michael Jordan was debating for it, but I think it's a great no call. They were both battling for position on that.
And it was good defense there by Jack Latham to make it 2nd and 10. But I thought that was a pretty decent throw by Evan Johnson.
He could have got a little bit more on it. He floated a little bit, gave Teesfeld a chance to get, Latham a chance to get over there and do the double coverage on it.
This has been more passes than what we have seen at times for Spencer. Yeah, Racing into the ballgame comes Evan Schmidt.
Another timeout.
They got to take their third timeout of the half. 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Spirit Lake leads Spencer 8-0. We are back in 30 seconds on KUOO and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
And we welcome you back to Hafer Field in Spirit Lake, where it's 8-0 Spirit Lake here in the first quarter. Spencer taking a timeout. I'm Jason Jacobs with Clyde Erkey. We kind of talked a little bit about the Radio Iowa poll. Number 1 in 5A, Southeast Polk. Number 1 in 3A, West Delaware. Boyden Hull Rock Valley 4, Sergeant Bluff 5, Humboldt 8, Sioux Center number 9. We'll talk more rankings here throughout the broadcast. 8-0 Spirit Lake. Spirit Lake in 2A. Spencer this year in 4A. The Tigers with 2nd and 10 at their own 32-yard line. In the shotgun and bobbling it is Johnson. It was kind of a high snap, and he is in trouble, and he's sacked. First McKean's Pub and Grill sack attack, and it is number...
Cale Queering got it.
All right. Cale Queering was there, and then right behind him was Zach Jensen.
Yeah, they were hungry for that one. And a big loss on that, all the way back to the 20-yard line. That's a 12-yard loss.
And I get to write my first sack in there. And that means somebody wins a free cheeseburger basket from McKean's Pub and Grill in Spirit Lake. And I was just there the other day. I had the Chicken Jack sandwich, which is one of my favorites. Yep. And I think my dad had the brisket sandwich. That was very good.
You like those spicier ones, though, too,
I like
right?
a little spice.
Okay. Next time you're there, get that Chicken Jack, like the chicken bird or chicken patty. Have them soak it in the hot sauce and then do it.
hot sauce, all right.
Then do it.
They're going to toss it off to Teron Green, and Green tries to go over top of one defender. Somebody's there to clean it up, though. I believe it was Jack Latham. He will gain a couple.
Yeah, he was lucky because he was right at the line of scrimmage, and there was pursuit coming, I believe, from Owen.
La Lumandier.
La Lumandier, yep.
It's going to take us a moment to learn Owen's name, but we'll get there.
Owen's just a sophomore, 6 foot, 185 pounds. They got him at that nose tackle.
We got a little time to learn it then.
La
Lumandier. And a gain of 2, but it's still going to be 4th down and very long for Spencer. 4th down and 18 at their own 22, and Blaze Blazik is back to punt. Back to receive is Jack Latham. And here's Blazek's punt, and he just avoids a block.
And he got hit.
And that,
they're going to say
he touched it. And the official is going to say Blazek. It was not hit. He touched the football, perhaps.
He touched the football.
Blazek does not look real great. He's going to, now he's going to get up and walk.
He wants to walk it off, yeah. And if Backus came in from the left side, made a big arch to it, kind of crossed off, which is what you're supposed to do. And just as the kick was released, he hit into it, and the leg was right there, so it kind of hit on that right ankle area, flipped him around, but they said Backus touched it, so no foul.
1:06 to go in the first quarter. 8-0 Spirit Lake. The Indians get the ball at their own 43-yard line. Reynolds will have one in the backfield with him. They'll send a man in motion. They're going to hand it off. I believe that's it's Kai. Kai's going to lose quite a bit.
Yeah,
he gets smoked in the backfield to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that's
a loss of 7.
That's one of those where the coaches will look at that and say, okay, we need blocking over there if we're going to try and do that, because there was no black jerseys out in front of him to block.
And I'll say more 37-yard line and on hindsight, so a loss of 6. makes it second down and 16. And that was great defensive pursuit by Spencer.
And they weren't fooled. They had a little trickery in there by Spirit Lake, and the defense for Spencer was not fooled at all.
All right, and Reynolds
getting
chased.
One.
He'll avoid one. Throw downfield. Got a man. And it's caught. That's Latham.
Latham
inside the 20 and a touchdown-saving tackle. And I knew who that was, Carter Petzenhauser.
Well, that great arm right there by Riley Reynolds. He threw that from about the 30-yard line, his own 30, and he hit him on stride at the opposing, and Spencer's about 30-yard line, 25, 30-yard line. So great job right there.
Beautiful throw to the 25-yard line of Spencer. So that's a 25 and 13, a 38-yard gain through the air. Beautiful throw, and Petzenhauser, credit him to getting downfield and saving the touchdown.
Exactly.
And they're going to hand off up the middle, and it'll be number 10, Ethan Backus. He's still on his feet. Backus will get to about the 16. A lot of running, but he does pick up perhaps 9 on the play, it looks like.
And he just kept turning his feet. They were hitting him up on the shoulder pads, and he just kept the legs rumbling, and that's what you're taught to do. That's the easy one to do.
That is the end of the first quarter with Spirit Lake leading Spencer 8-0. We'll have the second quarter in a minute on KUOO.
Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold's Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold's Park.
Northwest Bank is top-notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
After one quarter, it is Spirit Lake 8, Spencer 0 in non-district high school football, I should say, here on KUOO and our video stream at exploreokoboji.com. Jason Jacobs with Clyde Erkey. Thanks for joining us here this evening. Thanks to Mary Trainer back in the studios. Thanks to Matthew and Tim keeping the video rolling here. The Indians will have the ball at the Tigers' 16-yard line to start the second quarter. It'll be second down and 6. Second down and 6. I must have been correct if they got the ball to the 20-yard line, not the 25.
On that passing play was down to the 21 is what I had it at.
Okay, so down to the 20.
A gain of 42.
Okay. And they will run it up the middle with Reynolds, and Riley's not going to get much. Looks like he got maybe 1.
I think he might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
They're pointing him to the 15-yard line,
okay,
so
we
we'll
got
say 1.
On forward progress.
So third down and 5.
That was one of those plays where it's like an option. He puts the ball in the gut of the running back coming across,
and can pull it
holds
out.
it there, looks for something. Nothing was there, so he decided, I'm not going to let him get further back. I'm just going to go forward, and picked up a yard.
On 3rd and 5, the Indians will send 3 receivers to the right, a single receiver to the left. Reynolds will fake the handoff, tossing it out. Avoiding a defender is Backus. Backus inside the 10 to the 5. He has a first down.
I think he downed about that 4-yard line.
First and goal, Indians.
And great blocking on that wide receiver screen is what that was. He gets it, almost got tackled in that backfield, but was able to elude that one with just a little brush block.
First and goal from the 4 for Spirit Lake. And in motion is Teesfeld, and they're going to go up the middle with it. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I think he lost a yard maybe, unless they give him forward progress. Yeah. Oh, they're giving about a half-yard forward. We'll say no gain.
And it was actually Reynolds keeping it himself.
Yeah, it looks like no gain.
So, yeah, they'll say maybe a half-yard at best. Second and goal from just inside the 4-yard line. Reynolds has Teesfeld behind him. He'll go under center. and he'll just try to bulldoze his way in. And Spencer's big defensive line says nope. And the linebackers come from the outside. That time it was 26, Adrian Carrillo.
They're going to mark that one at the 5, so he lost a yard on that one.
So now Spirit Lake has 3rd and goal from the 5. Definitely a 4-down territory situation, or they could kick a field goal.
Yeah, they got the field goal kicker, which you might see.
Up 8-0 here.
But let's run this play first.
2 receivers each side with Teesfeld in the backfield. They will throw into the end zone and just beyond the outstretched arms of Jack Latham. I like the idea. Latham was open.
He got bumped a little bit as he made the break. This is he's starting to make his break, which was not illegal because within 5 yards of the line. He got bumped just a little bit, took him off that timing because that's all it was a timing play. And we're going to see the field goal unit come on here.
All right, so the Indians will bring Justin Ham into the ball game. And let's do our math here. If the ball is at the 5-yard line, and he'll go back approximately
go back to about the 12.
10 yards, 7 yards to the 12. So we're going to have a 22-yarder.
Yep.
So 22-yard field goal attempt for Ham.
Low
snap. They're going to look to go to the end zone. Now in trouble is Reynolds. Got to throw it to the end zone. Through the hands of number 18. That was Hussey, and now there's a flag on the field. I think there might have been a hold.
Holding, yeah, I think so too, which will be assessed on the kickoff. Yep.
And so the attempt is no good. Turnover on downs. With 9:55 to go in the first half. Spirit Lake leads Spencer 8-0 if you're just joining us. So Spencer will get the ball, and they'll assess this again here. Block on the back. They're going to decline the penalty because it was fourth down.
Fourth down, yep.
So Spencer will get the ball at their own 5-yard line. Not great field position, but they made the stop, did the Tiger defense.
Yeah, they're not going to give him the chance to kick that 10 yards back because he's got the leg for it.
Our broadcast thanks to Northwest Iowa Bone Joint and Sports Surgeons, Bank Midwest, and IGL Teleconnect. So 1st and 10 Spencer at the 5-yard line. And they'll have Johnson. Looks like he may line up under center. Well, he's in the backfield at the moment.
Yeah, he likes to walk up to it, though.
And he will this time around. And he's going to hand it off right away. And this is going to be number 19 this time around, Cal Ty. A lot of guys will see the ball here for Spencer, especially on a hot night like tonight. And Ty gets to the 11-yard line, and that's a pickup of 6.
Yeah, good interior blocking on that one, right off that right side between guard and tackle for Spencer. Opened up that little bit of a hole, and it took Latham coming up from that safety corner position over there to stop him.
2nd down and 4 for the Tigers at the 11-yard line. One receiver to the right. Johnson again goes under center. Ty in the backfield. And they'll hand it off to him again. And this time the defense is ready for him. One of the defenders was Jake Cornwall, but I didn't catch the initial defender. I think that might have been Caleb Lee that time around.
Yeah. Yep.
And are they going to give him?
They gave him, lost a yard.
Lost a yard to the 10. So Ty loses 1. And that'll make it 3rd down and 5. Third down and 5.
And this is where Spirit Lake has really stepped it up in this game so far. They've only allowed the 1 rushing first down. This is a long 5 yards for the Spencer squad deep in their own territory.
Got to get the ball snap. They do, just barely. And
he's not going to get it.
There is Johnson. He's not getting very close. He lost.
He might have got a yard.
No,
I think he got a yard.
Give him a yard?
Yeah. I think they're going to give him a yard out of that, graciously.
So 4th down and 4 coming up from the 11. And Spencer's going to have to punt, and Blazik comes into the ball game. And Spirit Lake will send back Jack Latham. Looks like they're also going to send Teesfeld back there as well.
Here
so
again
Blazik,
should be
kind of a dangerous deal here.
Good field position again.
Gets a low snap, has a pretty good leg underneath it. Will get it to midfield and then some. And oh, no. Fair catch, but he'll get back on it. Yep. Barely, Will Latham. And right down there was, I believe, it was 26. Either 26.
26, Adrian Carrillo.
Carrillo did a good job of getting downfield, but Spirit Lake will retain the possession here. So the punt goes to the Spirit Lake 44-yard line. And with 7:39 to go here in the first half, it's still Spirit Lake 8, Spencer 0. And we're live here on Campus Radio tonight and also the video stream at explorecabogie.com. So 1st and 10 for the Indians at their own 44. Reynolds in the shotgun. Looks like maybe it's Teesfeld in the backfield with him. Fakes a handoff, throws it out to Hussey. Kai has a blocker, and then that blocker sheds his defender. It was number 8 for Spencer, and I'll get the number, Campbell Wessels, making the stop after a gain of 3. So ball at the almost 48-yard line. And they're going to hand off this time around. Backus crosses the 50 to the 49, down to the 46. 47 is where they're going to mark him. And so he gained 5 on that. He'll be a couple yards, I think more like a yard short of the first down at the 47-yard line. 3rd and 1, Spirit Lake in Spencer territory again. Reynolds by himself in the backfield, sends the man in motion, keeps it himself. Going to avoid, well, he is going to avoid the defenders, gets the first down, spins forward to the 40-yard line of Spencer. Turns nothing into a 7-yard gain.
He turned a loss into a 7-yard gain down to the 40.
You're right.
He was definitely caught in the backfield.
It was a healthy loss, too.
Caught in that backfield, but he spun out of it. Great running by that low to the ground, bulldog-type run that Riley Reynolds likes to do. Pick up a 7 and a first down.
1st and 10 from the 40. Reynolds trying to air it out. Has a man downfield. It's Hussey overthrows him a little bit. Well, maybe a little miscommunication there. Incomplete 2nd and 10 on the way from the 40. 8-0 Spirit Lake. 6:22 to go in the first half on a steamy night at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. The football players aren't the only ones who will need a shower after this one.
It is a warm one.
2nd and 10 with 2 receivers each side. Reynolds wants to throw again. This time a much shorter pass has Hussey, and he nears the first down. I think he got it. At the 30.
They should give it to him at the 30.
Pickup of 10, and it should be 1st and 10. We'll see where they mark it. Yes, there moves the chains. High school sports on Campus Radio from Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, Consumers Lumber Company, and the Hut Bar and Grill. 1st and 10 Spirit Lake at the Spencer 30-yard line. They lead 8-0 with 6:06 to go in the first half. And it will be Reynolds and Teesfeld in the backfield, and he'll throw again on first down. Over the middle, it's caught. There's Latham, and he'll cross the 20-yard line. Another first down to the 19.
Yeah, nice cutback on the inside move on that. He comes from the outside, cuts to the inside, gets the pass, looks like he's going to step outside, spins, comes back inside, and picks up another 4 yards.
Spencer defense looks a little gassed at the moment. A lot of hands on hips there a moment ago, and there was going to be a handoff. And up the middle goes, I believe, Teesfeld. And Braden will get to the 17-yard line, pickup of 2. Carrillo with the stop for the Tigers after a short gain. Well, I can't blame them for being tired out there. It is hot.
It's a warm one.
And Spencer will now see 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right from Spirit Lake. They're going to go to Teesfeld again, and he can't avoid the defenders this time around. Cole Rudder, check that, Wyatt Linegar, and also big number 55 coming in there for the Tigers. I'll get the number here in a moment, or the name here in a moment. Benjamin Kroll.
Going to lose a few yards on that, back to about the 19.
Those two, they made that stop all on their own.
Well, and they had it strung out trying to get the defenders way outside. Nothing doing with that.
Here's 3rd down
Wide
over
open.
the middle and caught. Touchdown. That's Jake Cornwall. It's his night.
It is. But what a great pass by Riley Reynolds. Put it right on the number. That's the speed that's going to work with these guys. They can do those short little ones, down and out, 10, 15 yards, get it, and then they have the speed to break through it and do that yards after the catch.
With 4:50 to go in the first half, it's a 19-yard touchdown strike from Riley Reynolds to Jake Cornwall, and it puts the Indians up 14-0 on the Spencer Tigers with 4:50 to go here until halftime. And on for an extra point, Justin Ham. Let's see if they attempt the extra point. Last time it was a kind of a botched snap. Low again, but Ham will kick it here, and the PAT is good. 15-0 Spirit Lake. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Back after this, KUOO.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner. 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
7:39 down to...
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
It is 15-0, Spirit Lake leading Spencer here at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. On Q102, Hartley Melvin Sanborn leading West Sioux 13-6. A couple of good matchups on our family of stations tonight. And it will be Spirit Lake's Justin Ham, who just made the extra point, kicking off to Spencer. Green and Petzenhauser are back to receive. And here's the kick. Pretty good looking kick again to the 4-yard line. Green takes it, looking for a block, cuts it back up the middle, and then has to slide at around the 13, 14-yard line.
And he got rolled. His legs got rolled on very hard there. He went to make a cut, going to his right. He was running to his right, went to make a cut back to the left. The legs started sliding a little bit, and the tackle came in, and they rolled right over his legs.
And he is not feeling good.
He is hurting.
The ball is going to be placed at the Spencer 14-yard line. It does give us a moment to update you on some other scores from across Northwest Iowa. After one, Galen Catholic leads Unity Christian 13-7. South O'Brien leads Sioux Central 7-0. Boyd and Hull Rock Valley beating Central Lyon George Little Rock 14-0.
Okay.
Two ranked opponents,
Two ranked opponents, yep.
No score between Sibley Cheaton and MOC Floyd Valley. North Union leads Okoboji 21-7. And it is Sioux Central, or I believe Sioux Center leading Sheldon 6-0. Yes. I keep thinking of them as district opponents, but they're not this year.
Nope.
I had to think that through again. And again, it's 15-0 Spirit Lake.
He's walking, but gingerly.
Yeah,
Green's walking off gingerly.
He's not feeling too hot at the moment. A couple of Jake Cornwall touchdown catches, well, a run of 15 yards and a catch of 19 yards. Have Spirit Lake up 15-0 here in this non-district matchup. Week 1 football. And say what you will about needing to add a class size. I'm fine with it. More teams make the playoffs that way.
Yep.
I'm fine with 4 teams out of the small 3 class sizes making the playoffs.
I'm going to give the high school union credit for expanding a little
Agreed.
bit. They need to do that. Those bigger teams were just dominating in that upper class.
Yeah, I agree. It gives the small 4A schools a chance.
Exactly.
1st and 10 Spencer at their own 14, and they're going to hand off, and pretty good hole there for, I believe, Cal Ty again.
Yep.
And Cal nears the 25-yard line. Looks like he has the first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 25.
We'll give him 11.
Give him an 11 on that. Good run, spinning out of there, but good interior blocking again, too.
Ty is the backup to Cadence Hoffmeyer in that B-back position. We haven't seen the triple option yet.
No, we haven't. We haven't.
I would bet we will. So Johnson will be, I believe, under center again with Ty behind him. And also Petzenhauser's into the ball game. And he'll go in motion. And they're going to just keep it himself. Will Johnson, and it was definitely an option there, but there was no way he was going to toss it with defenders right in his face. He'll get it up to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 3 on that one.
And that's Spencer's bread and butter right there. That 3-yard gain right there, they will take that all night long.
Yeah, but the problem is they're
Now
down by 15, so they got to be a little bit more wide open.
Yeah, they really need. They have 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go here until halftime. And they really need a touchdown.
They would love to get something on the scoreboard here.
Or even a field goal.
Yep, get something on that scoreboard.
And now, what do we have?
Well, Spencer can't call a timeout. Spencer is out of timeouts. There they started.
They reset the clock,
reset the game. Yep.
I don't think they had it quite right or something like that. Remember, week 1 for everybody.
That's right.
2nd down and 6 from the 29. And a man in motion, they'll toss it out to him. That is Wessels, I believe. Campbell Wessels crossing the 30. Positive yardage to the 32, maybe 33-yard line. We'll go 33 and a gain of 5. I didn't know if there was going to be anything there for a moment, but
it didn't
Wessels
look like it.
Turned it up.
He waited just a little bit and then found that little crease and got his shoulders squared up, and that's the key to it for a running back. Don't keep going side to side. Find that gap, hit that hole, and square up their shoulders and take advantage of it.
Big 3rd and 2 here for the Spencer offense at their own 34-yard line. I'm going to say 33-yard line.
Yep.
They're trying to get him to jump. They don't. Quarterback keeper.
And
and
he's
unable
going to lose
shed
a yard.
The blockers is Johnson.
He's going to lose a yard.
And he'll be tackled back at the 32. And a timeout by Spirit Lake head coach Josh Bullock with 2:25 to go here
in the
first half. He wants the ball with some time on the clock. And we'll take a timeout with him. Spirit Lake leads Spencer 15-0, 2:25 to go, and we're back in a minute on KUOO.
Mean to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
McKean's Pub and Grill in Spirit Lake has awesome nightly specials Tuesday through Saturday. Stop by after the game or any night and enjoy a great atmosphere and good times with friends at McKean's Pub and Grill.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Sir. And the Tigers have 4th down and 4, and they have Isaac Peterson back there instead of Blazik, or that is Blazik, excuse me. I didn't see the 5, and he'll punt.
Big punt.
A really big punt. Latham gets it.
Oh, there's
has
a penalty.
to go behind. I think we're going to have a penalty. We
There
will.
it comes. Yep.
Here it
There
comes.
it comes. Yeah.
And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield, but it's coming back.
And it's a great call, and that was Braden Teesfeld out there, and he jumped up right away and he hit his chest like, my bad. Yeah, he got him in the back. He was just anxious. He was running stride for stride, and it's one of those where he's getting ready to jump in front, and the guy turned just a little bit, got him on the back, and that's all it takes.
So Spirit Lake will have 2 minutes and 13 seconds to work with it here. The ball was at the 21-yard line, or that's where the flag was thrown, I should
Flag
say.
was thrown at the 21. It should be illegal block in the back, I believe, is a 10-yard penalty.
We'll see where they move it. Our broadcast here this evening thanks to MHR Insurance, United Community Bank, your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee, and Okoboji Realty. Halftime show on the way with Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department, and Collision Center.
They're starting from the 21 is where they threw the flag. And that should move it back to the 11. Yep.
So it is 10 yards. You are correct, Clyde. And the Indians... yeah, at the 13-yard line, I believe. Well, check that. They're going to,
At the 11.
11.
Yep, at the 11. Yeah, they've got two minutes 13 seconds, and the last drive they moved it pretty quick that way. So we'll see what they can do here. Clock management,
and they're going to hand it off. And
boom.
Getting a big hit there is Teesfeld, and he got one, I believe. Looks like he got to the 12. So 2nd and 9 coming up.
You're going to mark it too. They're going to mark it at 13.
So he does get a couple.
Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 13. Big hit out there by, I believe it was Calvin Teague. Teague.
Yep, Ty was out there on that side. He came across field to get it, actually. All right, 2nd down and 8 from the 13. And they'll hand it off. Spin move there.
Carver
Jung-Johan.
Still on his feet.
That's it back in toward the 15, 16-yard line. Gain of 3. So that'll make it 3rd down and 4, I believe.
Mark it at the 17, so give him a 4-yard gain.
Right. 3rd down and 3.
Yep.
Well, I'll say 4. They need the 21.
Yeah, they're not moving the ball real fast
now they're kind of, I think
based
on the way that
they're in slowdown mode.
Based on the way that the kickoff or the punt return went, they changed their philosophy. Instead of, if it had been a bad punt or something like that, they would have had the timeouts to use. But
or even after the return, if there had been no penalty, then you go into that hurry up, that 2-minute drill.
And Spencer can't stop the clock.
No.
They have used all their timeouts.
I think they're going to let it go.
And Spirit Lake will take a timeout with 42 seconds to go first half, leading 15-0. We'll take a timeout as well. A 30-second break. More coming up on KUOO.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
All right, 15-0. Spirit Lake leads Spencer here. And we are about 42 seconds away from the end of the first half here at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. Jason Jacobs with Clyde Erkey. Our halftime show on the way with Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. We're going to do a couple-minute break there at halftime if we could, and then we'll come back and do some quick stats. And for those of you on the video stream, try to do a little coverage of the band here at halftime as well. 3rd down, quarterback keeper, Reynolds, and Riley, I think, has it.
It's close. He's still pounding forward there.
Needed the 21. I think he got the 22, Clyde. And that's going to be enough. 5-yard gain. And that's going to probably do it for the first half here. If they wind the clock, they're going to have to snap it one more time. 25 seconds on the play clock, now 20 seconds and 24 seconds on the game clock. So one more snap is what they'll need to do here, and then Spirit Lake can take the 15-0 lead into the locker room.
And a hot night like this, that's a good decision.
Absolutely.
Right there. Just give everybody a little breather here, get some water back into them, get them hydrated.
And it wouldn't shock me if we see
they're going to take a timeout.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll take a timeout.
4 seconds to go here in the first half. Maybe just make sure everybody's on the same page here. We're going to keep it right here. Reminder, we have a trio of games on our family of stations. HMS and West Sioux. Last check, HMS was leading West Sioux 13-6 in that game. Don't have an update yet on the Algona-Emmetsburg game. We'll try to get that for you here at halftime. And we have Vikings football tonight on Extreme Country 105.7, and I didn't see a score, but based on a text I got, it was not going well early. This has been not a preseason to remember for the Minnesota Vikings. Now tied between HMS and West Sioux, it looks like. Spirit Lake Spencer. Spencer trailing Spirit Lake 15-0 here
on what is just a hot night here at Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. All right, so timeout is over. We got the last 4 seconds to go here. And they're just going to kneel it down. And that's kind of what I thought they would do, but perhaps make sure everybody's on the same page. So he'll actually lose some yards back to the 20, it looks like. That's the end of the first half. And Spirit Lake leading 15-0 over Lakes Conference rival Spencer. We will take a 2-minute timeout. Our halftime show is on the way with Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center in Spirit Lake. After this on KUOO.
Heard it all. I could have swore the light was green, the deer came out of nowhere, my son thought the narrow pedal was the brake. But the reason you need auto body repair doesn't matter to us. What matters is we make your car like new, and the process is easy for you. This is Casey, Collision Center Manager at Okoboji Motor Company. We bring over 45 years of experience in our department, offer free loaner vehicles, free estimates, work with all insurance companies, and handle all the paperwork. When life happens and you need collision repair, know that you can count on us, the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company.
Whether you are freshening up your current decor, building new, or just looking for custom window treatments, Interior Sewing by Lisa has you covered with draperies, pillows, and Hunter Douglas blinds. Call me for your free in-home consultation at 712-320-3492.
McKean's Pub and Grill in Spirit Lake has awesome nightly specials Tuesday through Saturday. Stop by after the game or any night and enjoy a great atmosphere and good times with friends at McKean's Pub and Grill.
Whether it's a flooded basement or damaged carpets, Steamway Cleaning has the tools and professional service to restore the beauty of your floors. Steamway Cleaning also provides duct cleaning, odor removal, and much more. Plus 24-hour emergency services. Call Steamway Cleaning in Spirit Lake.
Pub 19 is open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. with limited seating. Dine in or carry out every Friday night. You can enjoy the in-house smoked prime rib. Pub 19 at Okoboji View Golf Course on Highway 86 in Spirit Lake. And check out their new menu items at pub19barngrill.com.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Here on the video stream shortly. It's 15-0. Spirit Lake leading Spencer here at halftime from Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. We'll send it to the halftime report for those of you listening here on the radio side of things. We'll have halftime stats coming up. But right now, it's the Force Marching Man for those of you watching on the video stream. KUOO.
Begin at the beginning and go on until you reach the end.
When I used to read fairy tales, I fancied
The Force Marching Band here at halftime. Alice in Wonderland this year, I believe, Clyde.
Yep, the Alice in Wonderland is the theme. Sounded very good.
Very good, especially for night one.
Yep, good tune, good tone to them, good cadence.
Absolutely. And
warm out there for them, too, those hot uniforms on.
Very warm. We're going to rejoin radio here in a moment. And 15-0, Spirit Lake leading Spencer here at halftime from Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. And Clyde, you were looking at first half stats, and you told me in terms of the offensive totals at least, it looks kind of one-sided right now.
Very much so for offensively, and I'm sure defensively, Spirit Lake, I feel, has dominated quite a bit in this game also. But for the stats for the Spirit Lake squad, let's look at Spencer first. I had him with 2 first downs in that first half, both of them rushing. Rushing yardage, they had 17 carries for only 38 yards. They had 2 pass attempts, 1 completion for 5 yards, giving them a total of 43 yards total offense. That's a stifling defense by Spirit Lake right there.
It's not going to get it done.
And, that's tough when you're looking at it that way. And especially, you're down now 15-0, and you're primarily a run power type game. You got to start going up in the air, and that's not their forte. That's not Spencer's forte. So they
have had a little success with it. They have managed to complete a few or passes, but not a whole lot of yards.
Yeah, they only had I've got them twice. They've tried a pass attempt and completed 1, so only for 5 yards. But Spirit Lake, let's take a look at them. I got them for 8 first downs, 4 of them rushing, 4 of them passing. Well balanced there. That's what you like to see. They've got 20 carries on the night, so they've dominated from that line of scrimmage. And that's what we're concerned about. That young group on that line of scrimmage, that offensive line, they're doing their job right now. You give them credit right there. 20 carries, 63 yards total rushing tonight, averaging only 3.15. That's a little down for Spirit Lake, but they'll take that. That's a grind-out type game right there. Then you throw in passing yardage, and that's where it helps. 12 passes, 8 completions, 107 yards. Helps when you get a 40-some yarder on that one.
Right.
But that was a good play right there. That's that Spirit Lake can do this year. They're going to be explosive like that. So they've averaged 13.4 yards per catch, 8.9 yards per pass, a 66.7 percentage rating on that one. Total yards for Spirit Lake, 170 yards total offense, and they lead it on that scoreboard, 15-0. Individually, we'll take a look at some of those. For Spencer, their leading ground gainer, I'm going to have, I believe it's,
Cal Ty with 16.
Cal Ty with 3 carries, 16 yards. Right behind him is Campbell Wessels, 3 carries for 15 yards. And passing-wise, like I said, 1 pass attempt, 1 completion for 5 yards. That pass attempt went to Campbell Wessels out there. For Spirit Lake, they mixed it up pretty good. Riley Reynolds, 9 carries, 28 yards. Carver Jungjohan, 1 carry for 4. Jake Cornwall, 1 carry, 15 yards, and that touchdown.
2 touchdowns tonight, actually.
And he got 1 on a completion. Yeah, he had 1 reception for 19 yards and a touchdown. So he's got 34 yards total offense. Ethan Backus, 3 carries, 13 yards. Braden Teesfeld, 5 carries, 9 yards. Kai Hussey, 1 carry for -6 out there. Passing-wise, Jack Latham, 2 receptions for 53 yards. Kai Hussey, 3 catches for 21. Ethan Backus, 2 for 14. And Jake Cornwall, 1 for 19. 8 of 12 for 107 yards for Riley Reynolds on the night. The 2 touchdowns, like we said, went to Cornwall. And the extra point, they had 1 2-point conversion on a scramble-type play that went to Ethan Backus. And Justin Ham made the other extra point on the kick.
Spirit Lake should get the football to start this third quarter here. And again, they lead Spencer 15-0 here at our halftime show from Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. Thank you, Matthew. And let's talk upcoming sports schedule here on the family of stations. Tomorrow, actually later tonight here on Campus Radio, Iowa High School Scoreboard Show, 10 to 11:30 here on KUOO. Then tomorrow, it's our Coaches Show, live from the Hut in Arnold's Park, 8:15 here on Campus Radio. Next week is a busy week. On Tuesday, we have a special here on Campus Radio. The Hawkeye Radio Network is celebrating 25 years of Gary and Ed. And you can listen to some of their favorite moments Tuesday night, 7 to 8:30 here on KUOO. A lot of Buddy Boy in that 90-minute special.
Going to be a lot of Buddy Boy in that one.
I'll enjoy every second of that.
I figured you would.
Gary and Ed, they'll have a pretty exciting matchup, I think, pretty highly watched matchup next Saturday with the Hawkeyes and Indiana as well.
Yep.
Regular Hawk Talk will air Wednesday here on Campus Radio as they preview the upcoming season with Coach Kirk Ferentz 6:30 to 8. Then on Thursday, we have some volleyball. Jackson County Central, who's ranked, I believe, number 4 or 5 in AA up in Minnesota, is coming down to take on the Spirit Lake Indians, and that'll be here on KUOO for some high school volleyball at 7. KKOJ will have high school football Thursday at 7 as Minnesota gets underway. The Huskies will host Maple River. And then on Friday next week, Spirit Lake at Forest City here on Campus Radio for football. Q102 in the video stream has Okoboji at Sibley Cheaton. And Southeast Valley travels to Emmetsburg on Y100. Next Friday on Extreme Country 105.7, Martin County West opens up their season at St. James up in Minnesota. And, of course, Iowa High School Scoreboard Show, and then Iowa-Indiana football Saturday. That'll be Q102 next Saturday. Just take note of that. Pregame 12:30, kickoff 2:30. And, of course, the full sports schedule can be found 24/7 at exploreokoboji.com. We're under a minute here till the third quarter, so we're going to keep it here. 15-0, Spirit Lake. Any other updates
Scotty and Ryan Birkland were down calling the Emmetsburg-Algona game.
Sometimes, if Emmetsburg's down, which they were, Scott gets a little sad.
Yeah, he gets a little sad.
He doesn't like to text about it.
And then that two ranked schools over there playing Hartley-Melvin.
They were tied at 13, I believe, at last check between West Sioux and Hartley-Melvin.
Hartley-Melvin and West Sioux. Playing over at West Sioux.
No, in Hartley.
Is it in Hartley?
Tonight.
Okay.
Yep, in Hartley. So, all right, we're going to get set for the third quarter, and Spencer will have Isaac Peterson, I believe, kicking off. Well, he was the noted person. Now it looks like maybe I've got a different number out there.
15.
Number 15, Braden Hyder. Okay, so Braden Hyder is going to kick off for the Tigers to start this third quarter here. And back to receive for the Indians. And we'll get it here in a moment.
Well, I would have to think Teesfeld,
I think
Latham.
Latham or Hussey.
Latham and Teesfeld, I'll bet you.
Okay. And it'll be received at the 5-yard line. Pretty good run up the middle to the 19, Latham. And that was Jack Latham. So the Indians will have pretty good starting field position at the 26,
hard. Latham's a little slow in getting up there. He's cramping up.
And you're going to have that here tonight.
Yep, the second half's going to be big for that.
So ball at the 26-yard line for Spirit Lake, their own 26. 5 seconds have ticked off here in the third quarter with the 15-0 lead. He's Clyde Erkey. I'm Jason Jacobs. Matthew Grisham is our video engineer tonight. Mary Trainer is the studio engineer on 103.9. And all of our great sports sponsors like State Farm Insurance agent Scott Troutman and Interior Sewing by Lisa making the broadcast possible, and they're going to coaches out there trying to stretch that out.
Yeah, and they can't take him off. I mean, this is not one of those where you can take him off, and when they get cramps on the field, you got to get that cramp gone before they can pull him off there. You take risk of pulling that muscle otherwise.
So while they work on him, let's take a 30-second time. Well, is he going to get up now?
Nope, not yet.
Let's take a 30-second break. We're back after this on KUOO.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Welcome back to Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. It'll be 1st and 10 Indians at their own 26-yard line as Latham is helped to the sideline, cramping there a little bit.
Actually went off on his own. He hustled off with a big smile on his face, so he'll get that leg stretched out. He'll be back in there, I would think. 3
receivers left, single receiver to the right for Spirit Lake. Reynolds throws on first down. It'll be caught on a screen pass, but tackled immediately, though.
I don't know how he caught that. I mean, that was... And it's good to see Green back in there, but he's still hobbling.
Number 18, Kai Hussey, gets the catch, and Kai does gain a yard.
He's fortunate to get that out of it.
Teron Green was right there.
Well, there was a number of white jerseys out there congesting that screen pass.
I'm calling it 2nd and a long 9. Spirit Lake will bunch things up, and they'll hand off. Cutting back up, getting a little hole there. I think that's Backus. And Ethan crossing the 30 to the 33-yard line, I believe.
Good little cut back there to pick up some good yardage out to the 33.
33 is where I'm going to say, and that'll make it 3rd down and 3. So it's manageable here. 3 receivers left, single receiver to the right. Reynolds in the shotgun looking to throw and has a man, and it's caught. That's Hussey, and Hussey has a first down near midfield to the 48s. Pickup of 15.
Okay, good protection by that young offensive line. Got to give them credit.
Haven't mentioned them probably enough tonight.
Not much enough. They've been doing a great job, and they're sealing those blocks. They're holding them there, not actually physically holding them, but containing them right there. And Riley Reynolds is putting a good ball out in the air.
And they're doing it against a big, good, physical Spencer team. And here's a handoff on first down that's, well, we thought wasn't going to get much, and I don't think Braden Teesfeld's going to gain anything. He'll lose a yard, maybe 2. Looks like they'll mark him at the 47 and a loss of 1. Good pursuit that time by the Tigers. We have some halftime scores to report. More on that here shortly. 3 receivers right, single receiver to the left. And Reynolds in the shotgun. Fakes a handoff. Now will throw over the middle and beyond or behind the arms of the intended receiver. And didn't get a number on that. That was number 8 that time around, Jake Cornwall. Halftime scores, Okoboji trailing North Union 21-10. Sioux Center over Sheldon 21-zip. MOC over Sibley Cheaton 7-0. South O'Brien leads Sioux Central 14-0. Galen Catholic over Unity 13-7. West Lyon leads Western Christian 13-0. That's a big matchup as well.
Yes, it is.
3rd down and long for Spirit Lake. Looking to throw downfield and caught, I believe.
They give him the reception. He's going to be well short.
Jack caught it at the 45-yard line of Spencer.
Yeah, and Jack's still cramping up. He went back in, but now he's cramping up again.
So a gain of 8. Campbell Wessels makes the stop, and that's going to make it 4th down and 3 and in Spencer territory. And I think this might be 4-down territory.
They may be going for it here. That was a good pickup on that one of 8 yards.
West Sioux's offense has exploded in Hartley. They now lead Hartley Melvin Sanborn 27-13. So 4th down and 4. 3 receivers left, single receiver to the right.
Almost got him to jump. Oh, so close.
Reynolds is going to look to throw on 4th. Downfield, and it'll be short, incomplete. Intended receiver that time was Drew Alger.
Had to throw on the run on that one, crossing his, he was running to the right, had to kind of throw across his body and threw it behind Alger on that one, and he's mad at himself right now.
So the Spencer defense gets a big stop with 9:13 to go here in the 3rd quarter. They trail Spirit Lake 15-0. And the Tigers will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good field position, their best field position by a long ways tonight.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
And let's see what they try to do here on first down.
Best field position by 25 yards.
Johnson will go under center.
The furthest they've been sent on the field is that opening kickoff when it was a touchback and they started from the 20.
It looks like it's Hoffmeyer. He got a good hole, and there goes Hoffmeyer. And Cadence Hoffmeyer inside the 30-yard line of the Indians, down to the 23.
Just a good burst of speed by Hoffmeyer on that one. Found good opening on this left side, good contained block. Got him sprung to the outside, and once he got those legs going north and south, he was off to the races.
So I'm going to go 32-yard gain on that for Hoffmeyer. And it puts the ball at the Spirit Lake 23-yard line.
And they need that touchdown right away to start this second half.
They really do, for a momentum boost.
Well, because otherwise they got to stay in this game. The play clock's down to 3.
1, and they're going to get it off. And
there was some mix-up on that. You could tell it because there was nothing there.
They might get a yard.
I think Johnson's going to get a yard out of it, maybe 2.
And yes, he will get to the 22-yard line.
Yep.
So credit to him of making something out of really nothing.
And he had to hurry him to the line, and they just got set.
They've had a few issues with that. They've been close a couple of times, and I get it. They want to definitely burn as much clock as they can when they're on offense, but down 15-0 also.
Andrew Huff in there at center, the big senior, 270. 6'2", 270. He's a force to reckon with in that middle.
Absolutely. 2nd and 9. Green, they'll pitch it to him in motion, and Spirit Lake is going to tackle him for a loss.
And that is one play that I don't think you're going to see anybody run against Spirit Lake this year. They are too quick on that outside. They run that 3-5 defense. Those two strong safeties play up on those corners basically, and they're way up is what they are. They're like an outside linebacker, and they see that. There's no pass play, nobody to cover. Guess what they're doing? They're shooting the gaps. They're going after that guy, and that time Green lost considerable yardage.
I have a loss of 6 to the 28-yard line, and that'll make it 3rd down and long. They need to get to the 13, so they need 15 yards here.
And they see that sweep play is going to be tough.
More confusion. They're going to have to take a timeout
timeout
here.
because the play clock was down to just about 0, and they got their first timeout of the second half.
We'll take a timeout as well. 15-0, Spirit Lake leads Spencer. 30-second timeout on KUOO and ExploreKaboji.com.
It means to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Score update here is 15-0. Spirit Lake leading Spencer on Extreme Country 105.7. The Vikings are trailing the Chiefs 14-3, and we were just saying the Vikings offense has yet to score a touchdown in preseason.
Granted, they're probably not playing too many starters or anything like that yet.
They don't have much reserves.
But that's scary. They have no reserves.
And in an NFL season with an extra game, too.
Yeah, and that means they have not scored in 2.5 games an offensive touchdown.
Score update from Y100 at halftime. It was Emmitsburg trailing Algona 18-0. And again, 15-0, Spirit Lake leading Spencer here. Spencer is in Spirit Lake territory at the Indians' 27-yard line. They have 3rd down and 15, and they really need some points. Yep. And they'll send a man in motion. Quarterback keeper Johnson looks to throw, tosses it out, gets Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer inside the 20 to the 10, keeps his feet going. The 5, knocked out of bounds right at the 5, maybe 6-yard line. And Hoffmeyer is hurt as he got knocked out of bounds.
Hoffmeyer's hurt, and I think Cornwall is cramping up also. But Hoffmeyer took a hard shot, and he's holding his arm.
It's his elbow. And
so he got hit in that funny bone, I'll bet you.
He had a good catch and run, though.
Yep.
That yak average was good right there, Clyde, down to the 5-yard line and a pickup of 23.
And that was those powerful legs just kept turning. He was hit a couple of times, but he just kept right on the grinding.
And it's an official's timeout. It'll be 1st and goal for Spencer at the 5-yard line, trailing Spirit Lake 15-0. And we are going to take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. More coming up on Campus Radio, KUOO.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Welcome back to Hafer Field in Spirit Lake on a hot, steamy week 1 of Iowa high school football. Iowa High School Scoreboard Show will follow the broadcast tonight here 10 to 11:30 on Campus Radio. All the scores and highlights. We'll have some reports from games on our family of stations. Ooh, and the Chiefs scored again. Ooh.
And that's right at the end of the half. Right at the end of the first half.
Ooh. Well, preseason doesn't mean a lot, but
Zimmer will not be happy.
No, he's not a happy man. He doesn't like to lose preseason games even.
Nope.
All right, first and goal for Spencer. And they will hand it off. Ty bulldozes forward. Didn't get in, but he's close.
I think he got a couple 3 maybe out of that from the looks of it. Down to about the 2-yard line.
I think he got the 2 as
Yeah,
well.
they're going to mark it at the 2.5, I guess. So we'll say 2.
Well, I would say closer to 3 even, Clyde.
He's closer to the 3-yard line.
He's down to about the 2. I would give him 3 yards on that. He was at the 5. But either way, Spencer is knocking on the door here. Second and goal. 6:55 to go here in the third quarter. They trail Spirit Lake 15-0. And Johnson goes under center. And he'll try to take it himself.
I don't think so.
Close. Didn't get it. I think he's about to the goal line.
Whistle didn't blow right away. He just kept turning in there.
That's a pretty good job by that Spirit Lake interior so far. And here again, Spencer, some big guys like Drew Huff up the middle and Caleb Klein. And he's down to the 1. So that makes it third and goal from the 1. Spencer clearly in 4-down territory.
They got 2 more downs to try and punch this in.
And let's see if they maybe try to do something here, knowing they have 4th down to work with, or if they just try to punch it in. They're going to line everybody up. Johnson, he'll try to keep it himself, and I think he got it.
Still no signal. No, they're going 4th down.
No.
They're marking 4th down.
Wow. I thought just based on his initial burst he'd get in. That's a credit to that Spirit Lake defense again.
We'll give him a yard, but he's down to shit. I mean, the nose of the football is about on the goal line.
Owen LaLumandier right there in the middle. So I'm going to go no gain on the play, Clyde. I'm going to say maybe a half at best. 4th and goal. Johnson. Will he get in? Fumble?
He fumbled it, and his knee went down. Even if it isn't a fumble, he went down first and tried crawling in.
There's no touchdown there.
The minute his knees went down, he is down.
And they're kind of trying to sort it out here. Spirit Lake.
They held him. And if you watch,
right away.
The minute you saw that, he just went down to a crawl situation. Well, the minute his knees touched the ground, he's down there. So that's no gain.
And that takes the wind out of the Tigers' sails for sure. With 5:26 to go in the third quarter, Spirit Lake maintains their 15-0 lead. Got to get out of this hole here deep in their own territory, but held them on downs.
Yep.
And that can be somewhat demoralizing at times
Very
for
much
a team.
so.
I tell you what.
Yeah, and here's where
because that should have been 7 all over it for Spencer there.
Here's where they need to get a couple 3-4 yards, get out of that end zone. The ball is basically sitting on that end line.
All right, Reynolds is under center. And what are we going to do here? It looks like Teesfeld got it. Teesfeld gets past the 15.
I guess that'll get him out.
I'm like, where is he? Where is he? Boom, there he is. Down to the 17-yard line. And they might actually mark the 16 either way, a first down for Spirit Lake. Big run on first down. We'll go a gain of 15. First and 10 Indians from the 16-yard line. 5:12 to play here, third quarter. 3 receivers left, single receiver to the right. They will hand it off, and this is Backus. And Ethan's going to lose a yard or 2. Pretty good pursuit by the Tigers that time around. Back to I think he got the line of scrimmage, they'll say.
So give him no gain.
High school sports on KUOO from McKean's Pub and Grill, Steamway Cleaning, and Okoboji View Golf Course and Pub 19 Bar and Grill. Second down and 11. And looking to throw is Reynolds. Pressure. He'll heave it out, and that's dangerous, and it'll be incomplete.
That's a good defensive play by Latham on the offensive side.
Because I tell you what, Campbell Wessels had the position.
Yep, very much so.
Underthrown that time around. It'll be incomplete, third down and 11, and now Reynolds is cramping up a little bit.
And so is Latham again.
And Spirit Lake will see Garrett Wirtz check into the ball game here. We'll see what they decide to do. Let's take a timeout here while they work on him. Indians lead Spencer 15-0 with 4:35 to go in the third quarter. Back in 30 seconds on KUOO and ExploreKaboji.com.
Okaboji Realty is a proud supporter of the Spirit Lake athletes and all the young athletes involved and driven for success. Good luck from Amy Maris and Mickey Harrington, real estate agents with Okaboji Realty. Dedicated to community, dedicated to you.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
Okay, young man, here we go.
He's coming in as a sophomore. They got a great sophomore class.
Yeah, they really do. (15-0), Spirit Lake leads Spencer. And still cramping up is Spirit Lake quarterback Riley Reynolds. Our broadcast made it possible in part by Northwest Bank, Dr. Craig Newell, Pizza Ranch in Spirit Lake, and Ameriprise Financial. So we're going to go ahead and send it back to a break as they continue to work here on Riley Reynolds. Another 30-second break and more coming up on KUOO.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Welcome back to Spirit Lake High School, to Hafer Field, and it looks like Riley Reynolds is going to get up here and he'll move off on his own. Probably just taking a lot of extra caution here with that cramp on a hot, humid evening.
And I've been watching.
I'm cramping, so I need a drink too.
And you're not even moving.
No, I'm pacing, like I'm doing my usual,
back and
nervous
forth.
pace, but that's about it.
But I've been watching over that Spencer sideline, and they've got some guys that they've been trying to keep the muscles loosened up too. And
that's hard.
Hot, steamy night like this, it cramps up easy. And I see Jack Latham down here. He may not be back tonight. It's about the third or fourth time he's cramped up.
So Will Graves was warming up, and I believe he's out there.
That's who's in there.
Sophomore, and he will just hand it off here on third down and long. It's a pretty good burst of speed
Close.
up the left side. Not going to get the first down, but getting close.
Yeah, got to the 25.
And
nice
whoever
9-yard
this
gain
is
by
now
Teesfeld.
Slow to get up. I think it was Teesfeld.
And we got a Spencer player down also.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, the Spencer player, well, it's Cal Ty. He's going to hobble back on his own.
Yeah, he's been down a couple times tonight.
That's tough. And was that Teesfeld, I believe?
Yes, that was Teesfeld.
They got up to the 25-yard line.
Now we're going to do a fourth down here to do a quick kick.
All right, so snap on the way, and there is the kick, and pretty good punt to the 39-yard line, and it's received by Wessels, I believe, and he gets to the 46 and not much farther.
Cornwall right there to meet him. Good punt coverage downfield. Now Cornwall's cramping up.
Oh, my. Yeah, and they may just have to give them some water breaks here and there. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 15-0 Spirit Lake, and Spencer will have the ball at their own 46-yard line. But as we mentioned, we've got players cramping up out there right now again. And
Cornwall's probably going to have to come off.
It is really, it's so steamy you can really just kind of see it in the air almost.
He's down again. He tried getting up, but he's down again, so they'll stretch that out a little bit.
Our broadcast made possible by Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths, Jerdy Collision Center, and Snappers Turtle Bay Cafe. Later tonight, Iowa High School Scoreboard Show here on Campus Radio, 10 to 11:30. And then tomorrow morning, Sports Director Scott Nolte will chat with all the area coaches on our Coaches Show from the Hut Bar and Grill. Live again
at the Hut.
Good feeling to be back at the Hut tomorrow morning, 8:15. Stop by for some
Scotty's going to be there at 8:15. I might have to join him.
Yeah, that'd be great. He'll probably be there about 7:45.
But yeah, he will be. I know that.
You know, he'll have to get his omelet or whatever he likes ordered early on.
Talking about getting down there and doing some of the farmers market anyway at the park.
There you go. There you go. All in one. We're going to take another timeout here. Let's take another 30-second break. 30-second break back after this on KUOO.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Cornwall's walking off pretty much on his own power.
All right, we welcome you back here, and it is 15-0. Spirit Lake leading Spencer, and Cornwall will walk off on his own, but clearly cramping.
Yeah, he's not going real fast. That left leg is kind of heel first.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Spencer, good field position at their own 46-yard line, but trailing by 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
And Johnson under center, and he'll hand it off, and that's Hoffmeyer, Hoffmeyer's got midfield.
I think he got to midfield, yep.
And we will give him a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 on the way. Try to maybe find some more scores for us throughout the broadcast here this evening.
Carver Jung Johan on that tackle. He's had a great night out there. And I think that defensive line, the young defensive line, along with the young offensive line, you can't give them enough credit. They've played a whale of a game. I see Owen Meerbeek's out there at nose tackle now. He's another sophomore.
Spencer's going to option out to Green, and he's got some running room and some blockers.
And gone.
Adios. There goes Teron Green, and it's a Tigers touchdown. Spencer is on the board with a 50-yard touchdown run by Teron Green.
Got a seal block on the outside, and that sprung the speedster loose, and that's all it took. They had no contain on the corners, and 50 yards later, an explosive play by Green to get into the end zone.
And that makes it 15-6 Indians with 3:14 to play here in the third quarter, and Spencer is now, you could argue, has made a game out of it.
Yep.
And let's see what happens here.
They're going to go for it. They need to go for it.
Their kicker was listed as Peterson, but they are going to go for 2. As I see Johnson lining up under center. And they will try to option, and they will option it out, but not making it in is Michael Jordan. I think that was almost kind of a broken play.
Almost, yeah.
2-point conversion is no good. But the Tigers are on the board, trailing Spirit Lake 15-6 with 3:14 to go here in the third quarter. 1-minute timeout, more coming up on KUOO.
Okoboji Realty is a proud supporter of the Spirit Lake athletes and all the young athletes involved and driven for success. Good luck from Amy Maris and Mickey Harrington, real estate agents with Okoboji Realty. Dedicated to community, dedicated to you.
Whether you are freshening up your current decor, building new, or just looking for custom window treatments, Interior Sewing by Lisa has you covered with draperies, pillows, and Hunter Douglas blinds. Call me for your free in-home consultation at 712-320-3492.
Pizza Ranch of Spirit Lake is proud to sponsor the great local athletes in the Iowa Great Lakes. When great food meets great prices, it has to be Pizza Ranch. Pizza, chicken, salad, whatever you're in the mood for, it has to be Pizza Ranch in Spirit Lake.
From major accidents to minor fender benders, Jurdy Collision Center in Spirit Lake is prepared to get you back on the road looking like new with their state-of-the-art equipment, computerized color matching system, and experienced auto body technicians. Jurdy Collision Repair in Spirit Lake.
Back to Hafer Field in Spirit Lake with the Indians leading Spencer 15-6. The Tigers just getting on the board thanks to a 50-yard touchdown run by Teron Green. And they will now kick things off. Kicker for Spencer is Hyder. And to the 1. And it'll be fielded by, I think, Latham. And Latham all the way up to the 25-yard line. Or Kai Hussey, excuse me. Couldn't tell if it was an 18 or a 19. And they'll say he gets to the 20. They're going to mark it right at about the 25-yard line. So Spirit Lake will have pretty good field position here. 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go yet in the third quarter. It's been kind of a long quarter, mostly because of injuries and cramping. Spirit Lake will have 3 receivers right, single receiver to the left. And Reynolds will look to throw on first down and through the hands and intercepted by Wessels. And inside the 10 to the 5-yard line, that's Campbell Wessels. Intercepted at about the 30-yard line. And he returns it.
He overthrew that one. He skied it a little bit. And Wessels was right there, picked it off. And thanks to the speed that Spirit Lake has, they stopped him from getting in the end zone. But down to the 6-yard line.
He is at the Spirit Lake 6-yard line with 2:57 to go here in the quarter. And suddenly, this could become a real close ball game.
Close ball game.
So good field position for Spencer, obviously, at the 6. 2:57 to go in the third quarter. Johnson will walk up under center. Puts the man in motion and hands it off to Hoffmeyer, and he don't get much.
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Yep.
Second down and goal from the 6 coming up. It looked for a moment like Green was in motion. I thought maybe they're going to go to him again. And another guy limping off the field this time for Spencer. Richter. So second and goal coming up. 11 seconds on the play clock, and nobody's really lining up. Now they will. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Johnson under center. Gets the snap off. Will look to throw. Now tries to keep it himself, and he won't quite get in, but he'll gain a couple yards. Down to the 2, maybe the 3. Well, I'll say the 3-yard line. I'm going to say he got 3.
Textbook tackle by Zach Jensen coming from his linebacker. Wrapped him up and did not let him go anywhere after that.
And a timeout, I believe. Oh, we got another injured player. Another player cramping up in the end zone. Our broadcast thanks to the Eye Care Center of Spirit Lake, Lakes Regional Healthcare, Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center, and Northwest Iowa Bone Joint and Sports Surgeons. And he'll
Evan Schmidt was cramping up.
Hobble back over towards the sideline. I think he's okay. But everybody is just going to get a little bit of a breather here, it looks like, and not a bad idea.
Well, the officials had to stop it, so they're doing an officials timeout and just said, hey, get some water in you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. More coming up on KUOO.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Johnson under center, and they'll try to hand it off, and will they get in? Yes.
He's in. Hoffmeyer's in.
Cadence Hoffmeyer from 3 yards out gives Spencer their second touchdown within about a minute and a half. So a 3-yard touchdown run for Hoffmeyer, and This game has really gotten interesting as it's now 15-12. 1:38 to go here in the third quarter. Now down by 3. Will Spencer opt to kick, or are they going to go for 2 here? Isaac Peterson was listed in my starting as the kicker, and here he comes. So Peterson comes out to attempt a point after try. Snap, hold, kick on the way. Looks pretty good to me.
Yep.
And it is.
Which is a smart play right there. You got to get that point at some point, so they took it there.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I was a little surprised they didn't try that earlier.
Exactly.
Because then they would have had the opportunity to go for 2 this time around to tie the ballgame. But either way, 15-13, Spirit Lake clinging to a lead on Spencer. Back in a minute, KUOO.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Swore the light was green, the deer came out of nowhere, my son thought the narrow pedal was the brake. But the reason you need auto body repair doesn't matter to us. What matters is we make your car like new, and the process is easy for you. This is Casey, Collision Center Manager at Okoboji Motor Company. We bring over 45 years of experience in our department, offer free loaner vehicles, free estimates, work with all insurance companies, and handle all the paperwork. When life happens and you need collision repair, know that you can count on us, the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company.
To the 27-yard line of Spencer. Return man, I believe, was Hussey.
And he's hurting a little bit.
All right, so Spirit Lake needs to get to work here offensively a little bit. Spencer has really made a game out of it here. A couple of touchdowns within 2 minutes. A touch or an interception by Wessels set that last one up.
Yep.
Indians at their own 25 with 1:31 on the clock. Reynolds will have a couple receivers to the right, and they'll bunch up 3 of them here to the right, and now they'll put a man in motion. Oh, and a bad snap, and Reynolds doesn't land on it. Does he eventually get back on it? He does.
Yep.
Ooh. But all the way back at the 13-yard line.
Snap went way over his head. Just kind of crumbling apart here a little bit.
A little adversity here early in the year, and back to the 13. Loss of 12 on the bad snap, and that makes it 2nd and really long. And now Spencer is probably licking its chops, thinking, hey, let's send somebody in there and see if we can't make another mistake or force another mistake here. 2nd and long. Spirit Lake will look to throw, and they'll go over the middle, and it's overthrown.
Had him open, just overthrew him a little bit.
Jake Cornwall, who has both of the Indians' touchdowns. So incomplete, and now 3rd down and long.
And this half, Riley started out good. He first 4 completions, but since then he's got 4 incompletions with the interception in there.
High school sports thanks to Bank Midwest and IGL Teleconnect. 3rd down and 23, 50 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. 15-13, Spirit Lake leads Spencer. Indians at their own 13, 14-yard line. And Reynolds will throw. Pressure. Dumps it off quick. And getting all the way up to the 23-yard line is Braden Tiesfeld. But it'll be well short of the 1st down. So the punt unit will, or Spirit Lake will do a quick kick here, probably.
4th down and about 15.
Tiesfeld got about 10 on that, I believe.
Going to let the clock run down here, go to the 4th quarter, I think.
And you are right. And they
I
can. I believe so.
I think the play clock is about a second behind. Yep.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Spencer's made a game of it here. They trail Spirit Lake 15-13. Fourth quarter in a minute. KUOO.
Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
We go to the fourth quarter with Spirit Lake still leading Spencer, but by the slimmest of margins, 15-13. Thanks for joining us.
Who's going to win this fourth quarter? It's come down to that right now. Spirit Lake with that 2-point lead.
Spirit Lake led 15-13 or 15-0 at one point.
And giving the ball back now on a kick here.
So punt coming up. I believe it's Wessel's back to receive. Kind of a low punt will bounce the 47. Now just going to let it go. There's
the flag. I was going to say there was a block in the back. That's going to move him back another 10 yards. Yeah, there's a block in the back about right at midfield.
The ball was down at the 31-yard line. So Spirit Lake will punt it away. We've got 11:47 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Let's see if Spencer's offense can get another thing going here. I mean, they benefited from a short field, Clyde, and then an explosive play.
Twice they benefited from a short field. Now they're going to be deeper back into their own territory, and this is where Spirit Lake defense, even on the goal line stance, this could very easily be Spencer lead right now if it hadn't been for that goal line stance that Spirit Lake did.
Good point. We were mentioning during the break, and they are going to leave it at the 31. I think the penalty wasn't going to be enough from the spot of the foul.
Right.
So the ball will be at...
No, they're moving it back right now.
Okay, they are going to move
10 yards.
So it should be at the 21-yard line then.
Yep. I was going to say, that's wherever it's marked, then they'll take it off of that. So.
All right, so the Tigers 21. Will have a pretty normal length of field. We had mentioned during the timeout a big crowd from both schools.
I mean, they're
Spencer
stretched all the way around on the south side here, Spirit Lake side. And the east side is full over there, too, standing and sitting.
Well, we kind of mentioned, last year, a lot of people didn't watch a high school football game, at least in person.
In person.
1st and 10. And Johnson under center. He's going to look to throw on first down, and he'll overthrow the intended receiver, and that was Carter Petzenhauser.
They tried pulling get the quick one there, but
and then they thought, okay, we're going to go to the athletic Petzenhauser and see if he can't run downfield.
Yeah, but stride for stride with him over there was Kai Hussey.
And so 2nd and 10 after the good defense. Our broadcast made possible by Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, Consumers Lumber Company, the Hut Bar and Grill, and MHR Insurance. 2nd and 10. Spencer at their own 21-yard line, trailing 15-13, 11:43 to go in the ball game. They've gotten 2 touchdowns here in the second half. And they'll look to hand it off here, and not going to be a whole lot there.
Hoffmeyer, I believe.
They've rotated the backs quite a bit.
Nope, that's
a tie.
Tie, yep, Kelvin Tie.
So tie up to the 25, gain of 4. Makes it 3rd down and 6.
It's a big play right here, I think,
agree.
JJ.
I think it's a huge play.
Start of this fourth quarter, momentum swing a little bit. Spirit Lake can stop and get the ball back with fairly good field position. This is huge. A big third down right here. A little mix-up on offense here again.
Yeah, 12 seconds on the play clock.
They're shuffling people in and out. They don't
have the time. In the shotgun is Johnson. Bobbles the snap. And he
he's
gets
going to
sacked.
lose yardage.
Back at the 20. He gets tackled back at the 20-yard line. And a loss of 5.
Yeah, you could just see that play was falling apart right from the get-go.
So 4th and 11, and back to punt goes Blake Blazek.
And that helps on the punt now, too, for Spirit Lake, because they're going to set up just over the midfield stripe here. Latham is back at his own about 42-yard line, looking to receive that punt, and he likes to run up on him, so he's looking for that punt. Now, we've seen it to where this kicker for Spencer can boom him pretty good. Blazek, yeah. He booms him pretty good.
And that one's blocked.
And that was a clean block.
And does Spirit Lake get on it? No, I don't know.
It went out of bounds. It went out of bounds. The Spirit Lake's got it right there. That's a huge play.
Wow.
Huge play. And I think that was Ethan Backus coming in again from this left side. He's got such great speed coming off that edge, and he just flew in there. This time he didn't take the big route. He cut it shorter. He was a good 5 yards in front of it and a great block.
Ball will be placed
that's
at
Ethan.
the Spencer 30 or 27-yard line. Backus that time around. So good field position for this Indians offense.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge momentum swing right there. Starting at the Spencer's 20-yard, 25?
I have 25 with 10:03 on the clock. And Reynolds by himself in the backfield, in the shotgun. Now a man in motion, will hand it off. And good job of getting the corner turn there by Latham. And Jack, who's been cramping a bit tonight, looked pretty good there. Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Gain of 12, I believe.
Big run right there. And he picked his hole perfectly. Coming from the right side, he comes in front of that corner. That's that motion play. And the minute the ball snapped, he's getting a handoff basically from Riley. Found that little gap on that left side.
And they're in hurry-up mode here. And they'll hand it off. This is Teesfeld. And Braden not going to get a whole lot. Maybe one.
He was looking for some space up the middle. Nothing really happened there.
I'll give him 1 to the 12.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 9 should be coming up. Hell, they're going to say no gain on the play.
No gain.
Tough angle for us there. So 2nd and 10. Now they'll look to throw, and they'll throw it back, and that's beyond the stretched arms of Jack Latham, who would have had about at least 5-6 yard gain there.
Yeah, and it was designed to go behind him a little bit, but Latham just didn't get turned in time, and it went off the fingertips. Kind of a dangerous throw, though, too, because Wessels is right out there, and if that bobbles up in the air, it's a pick 6.
So 3rd down and 10.
They've got a field goal kicker, too, though. Remember that.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be Reynolds rolling out to his right. He'll toss it in the end zone.
There it is.
Caught! Touchdown!
Guess who?
Jay Cornwall.
Yes, sir.
13-yard touchdown catch by Cornwall.
What a perfectly executed play. And I'm going to give credit to that offensive line again. They have to deceive that play. They set up, they kind of push everybody to the left. It's a little fake bootleg that Riley Reynolds does, rolls back out to the right.
And he's got to avoid one defender in the process.
He avoids one defender, and that's that outside linebacker that nobody touches. He defends here, he gets away from him, and he waits for Cornwall to come all the way across the field, and there he was, wide open in the end zone. Easy, 6 points.
Ham will try the extra point here. Snap, hold, kick on the way. Looks good to me.
No good.
I believe it was maybe wide to the left. All right, so that makes things a little interesting.
Still keeps it interesting.
With
8-point lead.
No good. 21-13 Spirit Lake. 9:19 to go in the ball game. Back in a minute on KUOO.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Mean to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Spirit Lake leads Spencer. Another touchdown catch by Jake Cornwall makes this an 8-point game again. And the kickoff now. And it'll be Green taking it from the 3, bobbling it. Now it looks like, I think that might be Petzenhauser's going to pick it up. And Carter will get to the 20-yard line where he's tackled out of bounds. And then Spencer is lucky to get to the 20 there after that was bobbled at the 4-yard line. That was, and Spirit Lake was racing down the field.
Dangerous right there. Spencer will start from.
It looks like maybe they're going to get to almost the 25. Let's see.
No, 23.
23-yard line.
23-yard line.
And we have 9:12 to go in the ballgame. Still a lot of time left in this one. Our broadcast thanks to United Community Bank, Spirit Lake Hy-Vee, Okoboji Realty, and State Farm Insurance agent Scott Troutman. 1st and 10 Spencer at their own 20. Actually, they're going to go closer to 24-yard line. And it'll be Johnson going under center. He has Hoffmeyer in the backfield, and they'll go to Hoffmeyer. Oh, actually, they tossed it out instead.
That's Wessels.
That's
great.
Wessels, and Wessels gets to about the 30.
Yeah, but great defense. The only person out there was Latham. He was getting brush blocked by Isaac Peterson, and he just kind of held his ground, waited for Wessels to get up there, pushed Peterson off to the side, and made the sure tackle. I mean, he picked up some yardage.
Got 5.
Got 5.
But I agree. That could have got ugly.
Oh, it was wide open after that.
2nd and 5. But I think Spencer offensively is just happy to have, a positive play like that.
Yeah. Spirit Lake's defense is going to need to step up here and stop them.
And you can tell.
Fumble.
Fumble, and who's going to land?
I think
Spencer
Johnson got it back. But there again, that if you remember last series, a bobbled snap, and it really hurt their offense right there.
Well, and it's still Huff there at center as the ball is placed now at the 28-yard line. Excuse me. They lost a yard on that. They have some different numbers in there, though, on offense. They've got
trying
some
to keep
kids
them
that they're
fresh,
trying to keep. Because I know Cole Rutter's into the ball game here. And we got 3rd down and 7. And they'll look
he
to
lost
hand it
more
off
yardage.
And nothing there, and that is a good job.
Carver Junjohan, I think, came from that linebacker position.
And Cale Queering was in there, too.
Cale Queering was in there from the line. There again, give credit. No, that was Cornwall. That was Cornwall that made that tackle. And he lost more yardage.
He ended up at the 26-yard line, I believe, a loss of 2. So it's going to be 4th down and 8 for Spencer, and they're going to have to punt again.
Yeah, you don't try and go. I mean, not at this point.
7:15 in the ball game. You don't have to go for it yet.
You turn it over here on downs in this deep a territory, and you let Spirit Lake score again, and that could end it. But here they're going to. Oh, a low snap.
He does.
And he shanked
barely get it off. It's shanked.
Just get away from it.
To the 36, 37-yard line. Out of bounds it rolls.
And that was one of those low snap. He tried picking it up. He went down, pick it up, thought he had to hurry it. Well, Spirit Lake was setting up the return. They weren't even rushing him. So he just hurried that kick, hit it off the side of his foot, and that ball, I mean, that was at the 26. They're going to mark it at the Spencer 38. Which is a matter of a 12-yard kick.
We have under 7 to play here in this one. Now Spirit Lake saying, can we get
very
one
much.
more?
Yeah, they need a big one right here.
One more score here.
with 6:58 to go. They'd love to run about a 3-minute drive here and score and make it a 3-score game or 3-possession game.
And it'll be a keeper here for Reynolds.
And
he
he's
faked the
gonna
handoff
lose
to
yards.
Teesfeld, and yeah, he's going to lose a couple. Back to the 39, it looks like. So a loss of 1. Some score updates here. A couple of surprises. Kingsley Pearson was ranked an 8-player. GTRA coming back down from 11-man. Leads 28-18 third quarter there.
All right.
Esterville Lincoln Central dominating Storm Lake 34-0.
They're going to be a tough team in this
They're
district
going to be
this year.
very good.
Got just about everybody back from last year.
And in the third quarter, that's the latest that I have on some of those. Okoboji trailing 21-10. All right, here is second down and long. And this time, they'll hand it off.
Fumbled a little bit, got it back.
Teesfeld gets it back. It bounced right off the turf back into his arms, but he's going to lose another 3 yards to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, they're going backwards
Lucky
here.
just held on to the ball there.
Yeah, they need a big play here. Get it back down. I mean, where they're at, if they can pick up another 6-7 yards, it's definitely 2-down territory.
Agreed.
Although if they don't do anything with it, I would quick kick it to a corner, trap them down there in the corner somewhere. Because Spirit Lake's defense has been pretty stout. If they can, they had a couple of drives that they gave up on short field.
3rd and 15. Reynolds will dump it off. Now there's some running room here for Teesfeld, and he'll be tackled. Great open field tackle by number 19 for Spencer. That's Cal Ty. So gaining some of it back there was Teesfeld to the 36 is where they're going to mark him. Gain of 6. So that was technically a pass.
Yep.
So it's going to make it 4th down and 8, and I think you go
for it here. With that 6-yard gain, you go for it.
Spencer is about 15 yards within their own territory here. You've got an 8-point lead, and there's only 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the ballgame. A first down here is big.
But even if you don't get the first down, you're running the clock, you get it up there a little ways, and it still gives a long field for Spencer to try and go.
And
now Lake wanted a timeout. Good call.
And Coach Josh Beloit will chat things over with his team as they lead Spencer 21-13, and we're back in a minute on KUOO.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Ameriprise Financial Services in Spirit Lake is a proud supporter of student athletes. Hi, this is Matt Higgins at Ameriprise Financial, and I want to wish good luck to the Spirit Lake Indians football team. May you have success in your sport and in the classroom. Go Indians from Ameriprise Financial Services in Spirit Lake, member FINRA and SIPC.
Quality craftsmanship combined with innovative kitchen designs awaits you at Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths. Visit them soon to be inspired by the many possibilities for your dream design, including the beautiful colors and woods that Dakota Cabinetry has to offer. Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths, Highway 71, Spirit Lake.
Got
so
one
far
tonight. Yep, got one
and
tonight.
You can sign up at explorekoboji.com. When Spirit Lake sacks the opposing team quarterback, you can win a free cheeseburger basket. All right, here we go. 4th down and 8 for Spirit Lake. It'll be Reynolds by himself in the backfield, 3 to the left, single receiver or 2 receivers to the right. Are they going to go for it or are they going to do the quick kick? And he is going to look to throw, and it's going to be intercepted. And it'll be a good running room there. It'll be number 1, Carter Petzenhauser.
Yeah, he overthrew it again. He airmailed it, got a little bit too high.
That is a big interception for Carter Petzenhauser.
I mean, it gave him about an extra 15, 20 yards to work with. Even if he completes it, it might have been a first down, but either way, they knew they were going to have to play defense if they didn't get the first down.
So to the Spencer 43-yard line he goes with 4:27 to go in the ballgame. And now the Tiger offense comes onto the field with a pretty manageable situation, but they are going to have to
you got to play
come up
against
with a big play
tough
here.
defense that Spirit Lake's been showing again in this fourth quarter.
Good ball game here on week 1. Spirit Lake leading 21-13. And under center is Johnson. And he'll fake the handoff, then options it out, and that option is going to hurt Spencer that time around.
Loose.
Timmer is the one they optioned it to. He's down at the 39-yard line, I believe. He's going to lose 4 yards on the option.
Almost stripped loose there. Who was that running back?
That's Gavin Timmer, number 6.
Trying to keep fresh legs in there.
Yeah, he's in there right now. Cadence Hoffmeyer is back in the ballgame. He had spent a little time out of the game.
Yeah, back to so that's going to be a loss of 4 on that one?
Yeah, second and at least 14. Closer to 15, really.
Yeah, they're marking at 15, so we'll go loss of 5.
What'll Spencer do here? Johnson's under center. And Johnson's going to keep it himself right side, and the defense has it sniffed out immediately.
I think Spirit Lake's defense is coming to play this fourth quarter.
I would agree. Jung Johan makes the stop that time around.
Another 4-yard loss.
35.
Jung Johan's having a heck of a night out there.
Clock is still ticking, 3:20 to go.
As is, I think, that defense. I can't give enough credit to these linemen, both offensive and defensively, for Spirit Lake tonight. Man, they're living up to the dream on this one. Because on this type of defense, it's the lineman's job to hold up the line and let the linebackers shoot in.
All right, racing to his left is Johnson, trying to avoid defenders, throws downfield. Oh, and it's caught, but it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
And we're going to have a late hit or something
roughing
here.
The quarterback, yep.
Because I see Johnson way over by the Spencer sideline.
Yeah, he got
I didn't
pushed.
see the push.
He got pushed after the throw.
And the officials are going to chat things over here.
It's still not going to be a first down, though. I don't think that.
No, they are. It depends on what the penalty is. Let's see if the official opts to mic up here when he knows. But it's big. It's 21-13 Spirit Lake. 2:55 to go in the ball game. But Spencer is trying to drive after an interception by Carter Petzenhauser. It was caught by Wessels, but out of bounds. And then it will be. That's 15. I don't think that's going to be enough.
Still won't be quite enough. That 15 yards will take them up to about the 50. But it's going to. Oh, it's an automatic first down, though.
Automatic first down.
Automatic first down.
Okay, so penalty keeps the Spencer drive alive. And that's pretty unfortunate for the Indians' defense after they came up with a nice stop. So let's see what Spencer does here. The last time they were right at midfield, they got a 50-yard touchdown run by Teron Green. That was their first touchdown of the half.
Yep.
And it'll be Johnson under center. And he'll look to option. It loses the football. Spirit Lake's on it at the 49-yard line of Spencer. Who came up with it? Number 56 comes up with it, Cale Queering.
Queering, yep.
But he didn't knock it loose.
No.
I didn't see who knocked it loose.
I think that was Cornwall came in from the linebacker position and just nailed him.
So Cale Queering, fumble recovery at the Spencer 49-yard line. 2:53 to go here in the ballgame. Now, timeouts-wise, Spencer does have 2. Spirit Lake has 2 as well. Indians leading 21-13, but clearly going to try to just burn out as much clock as they can here. Huge play. Reynolds will hand it off. Up the middle, good hole on first down. And a good run by, I believe, Teesfeld. That was Braden. He gets up to the 44-yard line, gain of 5.
And that's all they need to do. 4 or 5 yards at a shot. Run this clock. Don't go up in the air. You've got the 8-point lead, 2.5 minutes to play.
Clock ticking, 2:22 to go. 2nd down and 5 on the way. This time around, Reynolds will be, it looks like he's by himself in the backfield. Yep. May send someone in motion here.
Doing the deep shotgun here.
Now time is going to be called by Spirit Lake.
I think Coach Beloit didn't
like
see
what
something.
He saw.
Yeah. Or
something else he saw.
Coach Brunsma saw something.
21-13.
Play might have been running down, I think.
Spirit Lake leading Spencer. 30-second timeout. More coming up on KUOO.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Our broadcast is sponsored by Northwest Bank, Dr. Craig Newell, Pizza Ranch in Spirit Lake, and Ameriprise Financial Services. It is Spirit Lake leading Spencer 21-13, 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Indians got a big play. Cale Queering gets a fumble recovery at the Tigers' 49-yard line. Now has second down and 5 at the Spencer 45, and it'll be a keeper by Reynolds. Nears the first down to the 41. And Clyde, that's where having a bigger quarterback, a bruising quarterback in Riley Reynolds is beneficial because he can take on a linebacker.
Andrew Huff is hurting a little bit out there, shaking his leg, but I think they can take another timeout here.
So 3rd and 1 is what it's going to be at the 41-yard line.
And you know what? I do not mind this timeout, one right after another. This late in the game, the guys are getting tired. You got to keep the legs fresh. Sure, it keeps them fresh too, but you're on offense. You've got the ball. You need to make sure you keep that fresh there.
Absolutely. Our broadcast thanks to Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths, Jurdy Collision Center, and Snappers Turtle Bay Cafe. And on a really hot night like this, you know, the additional water breaks. We've had a lot of years where the Athletic Association has come out and said we're going to force an additional water break. Spirit Lake leading 21-13. Coming up later tonight, Iowa High School scoreboard show from 10 to 11:30. Let's see if the Indians can hold on here and pick up a win against a good physical Spencer squad. 3rd and 1 from the Tigers' 41-yard line. Let's see if Spirit Lake can keep this clock rolling here. We have 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the ball game.
And barring no turnover, if they get this first down, that should about seal it. Spencer's only got one timeout left.
And it'll be a keeper for Reynolds, and he's got the first down and then some. There goes Riley, still on his feet inside the 30, inside the 25, and they'll call him down, and he's going to be a little slow to get up, down to the 23-yard line. A big gain of 18 for Riley Reynolds. And he's going to be a little slow to get up here, I think.
I think cramping up again. Yep.
A minute 48 to go in this one.
They'll bring in their backup again, Will Graves.
We'll take a timeout here. 21-13 Spirit Lake, back in a minute. KUOO.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Whether it's a flooded basement or damaged carpets, Steamway Cleaning has the tools and professional service to restore the beauty of your floors. Steamway Cleaning also provides duct cleaning, odor removal, and much more, plus 24-hour emergency services. Call Steamway Cleaning in Spirit Lake.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
1st and 10, it'll be Will Graves running the football for Spirit Lake down to about the 20-yard line. And Spencer will take, I believe, their final timeout here, with a minute 36 to go in the ballgame, and they will do that. And they'll say Graves got about 2 yards to the 21. So we'll take another quick timeout here, a 30-second timeout. More coming up from Hafer Field on KUOO.
Heard it all. I could have swore the light was green, the deer came out of nowhere, my son thought the narrow pedal was the brake. But the reason you need auto body repair doesn't matter to us. What matters is we make your car like new, and the process is easy for you. This is Casey, Collision Center Manager at Okoboji Motor Company. We bring over 45 years of experience in our department, offer free loaner vehicles, free estimates, work with all insurance companies, and handle all the paperwork. When life happens and you need collision repair, know that you can count on us, the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company.
21-13, Spirit Lake leads Spencer. Late fourth quarter here. Indians will have second down and 8 coming up from the Tigers' 21-yard line. I'm Jason Jacobs with Clyde Erkey. Thanks to Mary back at KUOO Mission Control, and thanks to Matthew for running the video stream on exploreokoboji.com. So 2nd and 8 from the 21, 1:36 to go in this one. Indians trying to close out a victory here in week 1 of Iowa high school football with 2 receivers left and a single receiver right. Reynolds is back into the ballgame. He had been cramping up after a nice first down run, and he'll run it right here inside the 15 to the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown!
Riley says, what cramps? I'm taking this one in and sealing the deal right now.
21-yard touchdown run by Riley Reynolds will put this one pretty much out of reach with 1:28 to go in the ball game and no timeouts left for Spencer.
No, that's you got 14-point lead right now. An extra point puts it at 15. That's a 3-score game in 1:21. That's going to be tough, especially Spirit Lake defense has been playing tonight.
Yeah, biggest thing is don't blow it on a kickoff or something like that.
Yeah.
Extra point try coming up for Ham. 14-point lead right now. Snap, hold, Spencer going for a block, and it's going to be just kind of
That's all right.
Blown up. So PAT no good.
Still got the 2-touchdown lead.
27-13. Spirit Lake. We will take another 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with more on KUOO.
Hot Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Northwest Bank is top-notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Kickoff on the way here with Spirit Lake, now leading 27-13 on Spencer. With 1:28 to go in the ballgame, Indians with a 21-yard touchdown run by Riley Reynolds. Just about putting this thing out of reach.
A little pooch kick there. Oh, that's a live ball. Ooh!
And out of bounds. Good hustle downfield. And now we're going to have a little
the ball went out of bounds.
Here.
Ball went out of bounds.
Okay, very good. So that'll put it out.
5 more yards. I think
to the 35. Is that where a 30-yard line does
it takes 35. So
35?
It'd be 15-yard extra.
Well, we've seen it before in some season where they just kick it out of bounds every time. That was in seasons where Coach Beloit feels pretty solid about that defense.
Well, and the other one was when their first time they won the championship, and Trevor Jensen, they'd do the onside kick all the time because he'd race down here and blow up the play, and we'd always get the onside kick. That's why they made the new rule.
1:28 to go in the ballgame. Spencer 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Going to have to do something quick. And Johnson looking to throw downfield, and it'll be behind the intended receiver, number 6, Gavin Timmer.
And they're going to have to throw now.
1:25 to go in this one. It's not over, but It's not looking good either. Third quarter scores, West Sioux leading HMS now 53-13. West Sioux is going to be really good.
They're going to be tough.
BHRV is leading Central Lyon, George Little Rock 28-7. North Union 21, Okoboji 20. The Pioneers have made a game out of that one.
Good for them.
And some finals as well. We'll get more on those here in a moment. Second down and 10. And Johnson under center from his own 35, now looking to throw pressure and over the middle, and it'll be behind the intended receiver, Gavin Timmer.
Heavy pressure. Cornwall coming in from that left side again, and I think he actually got the arm on the follow-through.
I would agree. Finals, West Lyon 28, Western Christian nothing. South O'Brien 14, Sioux Central 8, and Sioux Center all over Sheldon 31-0. Our score 27-13. Spirit Lake leading Spencer. It was as close as 3 points at one point, 15-12.
2 points.
Or 15-13, excuse me.
But
so third down and 10
give
coming
credit to
up.
that Spirit Lake defense and to that offensive line for Spirit Lake.
And looking to throw again is Johnson. He's got time now. He'll just run with it here. And can he get a first down? He's close. Took a licking at the 46-yard line. I think he has the first down.
Yeah, but he's hurting for it. Oh, my goodness.
Well, he's tough, and he goes right back to
he goes right back to it.
Give him credit.
11-yard
Pickup of 11, but the clock will tick here with a minute 10 now that the ball is set, and Spencer's going to have to do something quick here. First and 10 from the 46-yard line. And they're not kind of designed for this type of football as the clock is down to 55 seconds now. And Johnson will throw as he gets hit and intercepted. No, it'll
could
be
have been
broken up.
Backus had it, and Latham was right there waiting for it too. But
intended receiver.
The two of them kind of got in front of each other.
Campbell Wessels is who they were looking for. Yeah, that had an opportunity there. Incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 from the 46. 47 seconds to go. Tigers will go with a single receiver each side. Petzenhauser to the far side, Hyder to the near side. And looking to throw. And they will go to Petzenhauser. Caught at the 48. He'll stay, or now he'll get to the out of bounds. And into Spirit Lake territory at the 48-yard line, I believe.
You're going to mark it at the 47.
They're going to give him the 47, so we'll go 7-yard pickup there. Third down and 3. And the clock did stop there. 39 seconds, though, is all left in the ball game.
Yeah, he's able to get out of bounds.
Same look here for Spencer on 3rd and 3. 9 seconds on the play clock. Johnson will look to throw. Over the middle, intercepted.
Yep.
And down as he intercepts it.
Latham.
Jack Latham. And that's going to seal it. Jack Latham with the interception at the Spirit Lake 38-yard line.
And it's just going to be kneel down now.
With 34 seconds to go in this ball game. And the Indians are going to go to 1-0 on the young season. So 34 seconds here, and again, what are they at the 38?
Yep.
And they will kneel it down at the 33. And that will do it. Spirit Lake gets the win over Spencer, 27-13, as players meet out there and shake hands. Indians 1-0. The Tigers will look for their first win next week against Mason City. 27-13, Spirit Lake gets the win. We will take let's take a 2-minute timeout. Our post-game show on the way with Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. We'll chat with players and coaches as well. It's all coming up on KUOO and the video stream at explorekoboji.com.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
Okoboji Realty is a proud supporter of the Spirit Lake athletes and all the young athletes involved and driven for success. Good luck from Amy Maris and Mickey Harrington, real estate agents with Okoboji Realty. Dedicated to community, dedicated to you.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Post-game show brought to you by Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. It was Spirit Lake getting the win over Spencer tonight, 27-13, Clyde Erke, but it was a close ball game here this evening for most of the way.
Third quarter.
Especially third quarter and parts of the fourth quarter.
Third quarter, Spirit Lake had a little lapse in defense. And maybe I should say lapse in offense, because
that's kind of what led to the problem.
Yeah, they had good goal line stance there in that third quarter, but then they gave up that interception, for a short field. Another short field, gave them 2 scores right there in a matter of a couple of minutes, but then the defense stepped in again and said, no, this is enough. Let's just take over, keep the ball over on their side of the field, and we'll dominate this game. And that's what they did. I thought that defense looked great. And I got to give credit to those line again, both offense and defensive line. They were stalwart tonight. They were doing a great job, and they're mixing them up. They had some guys that came in, kept fresh legs in there. I thought they did great. Carver Jungjohan, I thought, had a heck of a night on defense. He was all over. Cornwall was all over. So those linebackers, they know what they're doing as long as that defensive line can stand them up and do what they need to do there. And I thought it was a fun game tonight. Fun game.
Absolutely. Spirit Lake gets a couple of touchdowns in the first half thanks to Jake Cornwall, 15-yard touchdown run with 4:27 to go in the first quarter. And then he also had a 19-yard touchdown catch with 4:50 to go in the first half. And a 2-point conversion after that first touchdown made it 15-0 Spirit Lake. Now, it should note the Indians did attempt a 22-yard field goal that was botched. That was no good.
Low snap on it. Came
snap.
Out. Yep.
In the third quarter, Spencer really kind of turned it on. They got all the way down to the 1-yard line of Spirit Lake with about, it was about 9 minutes or 6 minutes to go there in that third quarter, and they turned it over on downs from the 1-yard line. But Spirit Lake would give up an interception to Campbell Wessels, and he would, or actually, check that, they would turn it over on downs right near midfield as they went for it on fourth down. Spencer responding then in the third quarter with a 50-yard touchdown run by Teron Green. A 2-point conversion was no good, made it 15-6. Then an interception by Campbell Wessels, where he returned it to the Spirit Lake 6, set up the short 3-yard touchdown run by Hoffmeyer to make it 15-13 after the extra point was good. And it stayed that way for a little while. And then in the fourth quarter, Spirit Lake, 9:19 to go, got a 13-yard touchdown by Cornwall. again to make it 21-13, and that gave them a little bit of breathing room there, Clyde. And there were some good defensive plays yet in that fourth quarter.
Yep.
Cale Queering got a fumble recovery for the Indians, and then Jack Latham got an interception as well. Spencer had chances. Petzenhauser got an interception and returned it to their own 43, but they weren't able to really do a whole lot with it either time. Reynolds would cap it off late in the ballgame with a 21-yard touchdown run to make it 27-13. Spirit Lake.
Yeah, and like I said, that, their defense I thought was stalwart tonight, except for that one 50-yard run.
Well, you're going to have a broken play here and there.
It's going to happen. I mean, and we'll see that in the stats. Let's go ahead and take a look at those right now. Game stats for tonight. And here's what I'm talking about. Spencer ended up with 6 first downs, 4 of them rushing, 1 on a penalty, and 1 on passing. Rushing-wise, they had 38 carries tonight for 132 yards. 50 yards came on one play.
Yeah, that's a good point.
50 yards came on one play. Passing-wise, nothing. 9 attempts, 3 completions, 35 yards. So you take away that 50-yard play, they got 100 yards total offense on the night.
And they don't want to throw the ball.
No. Nope.
And that's, that's very clear. They've never really wanted to throw the ball, but the 132 yards, when you're going to be run dominant, that's not going to be enough.
Exactly. And 132 yards on the ground, 135 through the air, 167 yards total offense for the Spencer Tigers. Spirit Lake, on the other hand, I thought they mixed it up well. Pass, run, screens, slots, whatever. They did a great job of that tonight. They had 12 first downs, 7 of them rushing, 5 of them passing. Rushing-wise, 36 carries, 134 yards. Passing, 25 pass attempts, 15 completions. Now, if you remember, Riley Reynolds had a stretch in there of about 5 or 6 in a row that he had completed them. So even if you get 2-3 yards on those, pick them up, that's a total domination right there. But 25 pass attempts, 15 completions, 160 yards through the air, 60% completion percentage. Total yardage, 294. Nothing stalwart, 300 yards total offense. Yeah, I'll take it all night long.
Absolutely.
But they dominated the line of scrimmage and took control of the game from there. So individual-wise, Spencer on the night. Let me get my screen back over where it's supposed to be here. Evan Johnson, 17 carries, no yards.
Yeah.
That's a lot of carries, getting bruised up a lot for no yards. One carry for Gavin Timmer, -5. Wessels, 4 carries for 20 yards. A lot of those were in that first half. Tayron Green, 3 carries, 46 yards. So he had a 50-yard run, only ended up with 46.
Yep.
So he lost
Had
yardage on some
yardage losses, yep.
Okay. Kelvin Tye, 5 carries, 23 yards. Kanes Hoffmeyer, 8 carries, 48 yards. He was kind of the workhorse tonight. Got hit a lot out there. And receiving-wise, Hoffmeyer, 1 catch for 23 yards and the touchdown. Wessels had 1 catch for 5 yards. Petzenheimer, 1 catch for 7 yards. So they just don't like to pass the ball. Spencer does not. Spirit Lake-wise, Riley Reynolds, 14 carries, 64 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Carver Jungjohan, 1 carry for 4 yards. Here's where it's powerful. They can go a lot of legs. Jake Cornwall, 1 carry, 15 yards. Graves, 1 carry, 2 yards. Backus, 5 carries, 20 yards. Thiesfeld, 11 carries, 35 yards. Kai Hussey had 1 for -6. Jack Latham, 1 for 12 yards. Receiving-wise, Latham, 3 catches, 61 yards. Hussey, 5 catches, 37 yards. Thiesfeld, 2 catches, 16. Backus, 2 for 14. Cornwall, 3 for 32. That's mixing it up right there. That's a good display right there. So,
And Mary, I'll ask you to record back in the studio for this. It is our post-game show with Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. And joining us now, Spirit Lake head football coach Josh Beloit. And, Coach, a very, very good ball game here this evening and a good way to start the season.
Yeah, I was really proud of our guys that competed the whole game. Had a great first half, executed really, really well. Just had 1 dumb penalty on a special team probably, but we're really clean, I thought. Second half, that was the longest third quarter of my life. But our guys battled, they stayed composed. We made mistakes. We knew there would be some of those. Battled through adversity and continued to compete. So proud of them. It's a great first game. Stayed healthy other than some cramps. Thought a lot of guys grew and got better. So
Good job in the trenches tonight.
Huge.
By some new guys on both offense and defense.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys start the first game on offensive, defensive line against a very physical team. We got a big goal line stand. I thought our offensive line did a great job of getting a push when they needed to, and and protected Riley well. You know, Riley had a really good first game. I know he's going to want to take 2 throws back that just overthrew on him, but he's going to learn from those and get better. I thought he had a great first game. So
I thought on the defensive side, too, the defensive lineman being new in there did a great job of holding those linemen up so the linebackers could do their job and rush in.
No, I thought we fit really, really well defensively and attacked really, really well. Guys tackled well in space. Jack had a huge tackle in space out here. I thought Ethan had a couple big tackles. It was just a great first game. Really proud of our team. And there's going to be a lot we can get better from, but it was a great first win.
And this team has some really, really nice speed to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, we got a lot of speed offensively and defensively, and that's it's always a weapon that way. And I felt like our ball distribution was good, and we got to get better in week 2, and it's a great way to come out with a win in this one, and proud of our guys.
And next week, Forest City, a familiar opponent as well for you guys, and we'll make the little trek over there next week.
Yeah, you travel on the road. We got a freshman game before that one, so there's a curtain raiser, and game's at 7:30, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it. Spirit Lake head football coach Josh Beloit joining us here on the postgame show from Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. The Indians getting the win in this one tonight, 27-13. Some final thoughts, Clyde Erke, on this one?
Once again, I got to go back to that trenches, both the offensively and defensively. I thought they played lights out, along with our specialty guys. They're supposed to know that. You're supposed to see that from them. And the mix-up, the play calling, the coaching. The play calling, you look at the number of guys who touched the ball and were able to in week 1, and we're able to get positive yardage out of everything they
made
touched.
An impact.
It's huge. It's huge.
I agree. I think when you have that positive week 1 and you see some positive things like that against a bigger school too.
Yeah.
Don't forget Spencer plays in the 4A now, and I know that
big
they've
guys,
been in
and
the same
they're
class
good.
size before in the old class size settings, but they have some very, very big kids, and they have a lot of legs on that team as well to go to.
Yeah,
so.
Green's got great speed out there. Hoffmeyer's a great running back. Johnson's a good quarterback, but they just had no time to really get their stuff going.
And that's a team, too, that they're going to face some opponents this year that are not going to be able to handle the run as well as Spirit Lake does. Doesn't have the speed that Spirit Lake does, so they can get around the corners. Spencer will be successful against a lot of those teams because of their size.
Spirit Lake can close on the offense very quick. Where they're on defense, they can close. They can shut down the ends. And you saw when they don't do that, they let one go on when Green made that 50-yard run. Okay, they didn't contain. Other than that, you don't see that.
No.
You don't see that. And that was a sweep that the pitch went out late on that one anyway, and it brought the cornerback up, so it opened up that outside. He just committed a little bit too early. But I think it's going to be an explosive, fun defense to watch. And their offense, they get some speed going, and it's going to be pretty fun.
As Coach mentioned, next week is a 7:30 game, so that's an adjustment. Don't follow what we have on the website for that. It's 7:30 next week. 7:10 or so will be the pregame here on Campus Radio over in Forest City, which is a nice facility over there as well. Want to say thank you to Matthew, who handled the video stream tonight at exploreokoboji.com. Good job, Mary, here on week number 1 back at Mission Control in Spirit Lake.
Tim, thanks for helping out.
Tim got us set up here. We had a lot of issues initially just getting the video on the air, and I'm glad we were able to complete that. Mother Nature, cool off a little bit, please. We were very grateful for your rain earlier today, but
thank you very much.
We do need the cooler temps here the next week. That'd be nice. And so, again, the final score of this one, Spirit Lake gets the win over their Lakes Conference rival Spencer, 27-13. The Tigers next week have Mason City. For Clyde Erke, I'm Jason Jacobs. Iowa High School Scoreboard Show on the way at 10 o'clock with all the scores and highlights. Have a great evening from Hafer Field in Spirit Lake. Good night.